Yeah. Everybody.
Good morning.
Dude. There's a caravan.
Guten Morgen.
What? Come on in.
Hit that big screen for me, man.
Come on in, everybody.
Come on in, Howard.
Yes.
What's going on?
Come
Everybody.
on, baby.
In the house. In the house, everybody.
We're all here.
They're all here. Good.
You're here.
They're
Your headphones.
Okay.
Squat and hit.
I'm here. Habada, habada, habada.
And we're gonna change the key of minor third.
That's right. Everybody, if you don't know what's happening, it don't make a difference. It's all happening. Howard
right.
Hewitt's in the house.
That's right.
Phil Perry's in the house.
How he did it.
It's going to be live. We're about to get lifted. So come on. You know how we do it. This is Internet Radio coming to you to live from in the hood, Leimert Park, Baldwin Hills, Winter Hills, wherever. We're not in the ghetto, but we can see the fence. Come on.
Oh man, you know something? We're doing this live and in living color. They walked at the right time. I call him Double H, and Zenobia just brought it in, bringing some style and class. Mario, you want to say something good too?
Oh man, we got the tech diva in the house.
Right here on my left.
Supposed to have some visitors.
Bam.
Eric McCain is supposed to be coming to, percussionist. Oh man, it's gonna be live. Gwen Fox up here in the front with me. Lillian Tynes Perry right there. Marriage Mints. And you guys, it was all live last night as we were here in the studio underneath the hood at philperry.tv. For those who were there, we got into the insides and set up and did some work on the channel.
Yes, we did, man.
Stayed up till 4 a.m. jamming and partying, but it wasn't just enough. We had to come get in the studio. So we got friends.
We got friends. We got more people coming.
All right, and also Nils Jipner,
there we go.
guitarist in the house. Yay! Come on!
Come on in, come on in, come on in.
Just grab a seat. Hey, Mario, I would say there's nothing but good news here, man, but you know it's perfect timing. You have to sit back and take it from here, man. Don't give me no bad news.
No, it's going to be good news today. We're going to do it. It's all about, we got sports to talk about.
Yes.
And you know, that's Phil Perry's thing. And I know Howard's going to weigh in because, you know, he's not really a West Coast person.
It's starting some mess already. I just sat out, man.
He said, I don't even know what I'm getting into in this controversy.
No.
Hey, but I'm not a Laker fan, so, you know, they always on me. So we'll see how it goes this morning.
Yes, sir.
Mario,
yes, sir.
Mario.
Hey, if everybody doesn't know what's going on, don't worry about it. It's reality talk. Everything's real. Everything is unscripted. Everybody's in their positions. I love this. It's a wonderful thing. And you know what? You're the co-host, so guess what? You got to control him. If he gets out of control, put your hands on it.
All right.
Let Gwen.
That's right.
My hands on now.
And we're live. Let's just do what we came to do.
Oh, man.
Come on.
I know.
Just
man.
be. Come on. Be cool.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
You're set. You feel better now, man?
Yeah.
You feel a little bit better?
Yeah, man, I got my exercise. You know, the older we get, you got to get those joints loosened up. Start the day with 2 Red Bulls and a Viagra.
and a little glycosamine, if I'm not mistaken.
Glycosamine, right?
Everybody, it's a special day. We got to have that ginkgo biloba. All the good stuff. Vic is going to show you what's happening. It's a wonderful day because we are in the world of internet television, which is forever a world of pioneering. But every so often, we are lucky enough to be visited by icons. And when you do that, when you have that opportunity, especially in the world that we are, you embrace it so much because it is a sign of the changing of the guard and how internet television is now becoming the way.
Yep.
And to celebrate that, we have Phil Perry, the owner, operator, purveyor of his own philperry.tv, which we are simulcasting right now.
Yes.
We're simulcasting right now, you guys, right there on philperry.tv. We're also live on packstereo.tv.
Yes.
And we're also on internet radio. So we are using all the emerging technologies simultaneously.
That's the word.
At the same time, too.
That's right. They're saying that. Because we can. Because we can.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, and at the same time. and at the same time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you who we have in the
So
studio.
much for redundancy.
See,
I'm good at it.
and they're having fun, and that's what it's all about. It started last night when Phil Perry got here, and family and friends. See, first of all, everybody was revolving around the game, which went into overtime, right?
Yeah.
So Phil and everybody rolls in late, and I wanted to be ready, so I had Popeyes. So I had plenty of chicken, but the night started like that because the way we approach internet television is first to enjoy the groove and the fact that we are able to do this. So we did a simulcast last night, but then we were getting prepared for today because this is happening because Lillian and Phil pulled it off. And that's why today, special day at PackStereo.tv, we have the guests. First of all, my real co-host and the emerging on-air internet personality. Everybody, first of all, give a hand to Phil Perry.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm honored to have a couple of wonderful people that I've had the pleasure of working with in the past to be able to shed some insight as to what we do for a living.
His craziness.
My craziness. Thank you, Howard.
All the old dirt inside stories.
That's right.
Because how you got Phil Perry, Howard Hewitt, two icons, two voices. And we're actually going to play. We're going to play some stuff on the air. We're going to take a look at things, but two voices that actually come together and work together. And for those of you who don't know, Howard has collaborated. I mean, someone who gets to collaborate with Stanley Clarke. Okay. So Howard, I guess you still are considered by so many, just like Phil, to be the voice to have.
Well, no, hopefully, definitely.
At least to a million people. That way we can sell a couple of
There
records.
you go. At least a million. But that's what you strive for. In your career, you strive to be able to do this thing the way you want to do it. The way at the pace you want to do it, with the people that you want to do it with, and so if it wasn't like this right now, I'd be concerned. So I'm having a great time.
I think this morning really shows the beauty of making music. I've had the opportunity to sing on one of Neil's recordings.
Yeah.
Howard and I have done so much stuff in the past, not just for his album or just for my album, but for a host of other things that we've done collaboratively as a background section.
Yeah, if you don't know, we She's a Bad Mama Jamma.
I was about to say bad. He hit me that Bad Mama Jamma.
Me, Phil, and James Ingram before any of us had a deal.
Right.
Wow.
And we did a bunch of stuff with Leon Hayward.
Oh yeah.
And what was the other? Don't push it.
Don't force it, let it happen naturally.
Oh yeah.
It would surely happen if it was meant to be. Don't push it, don't force it, let it happen naturally. It would surely happen if
like James would say, when we were doing the session, James would say, we got to sound like women. We got to sound like women. He didn't say women, but I don't know if I can say women.
It's the internet, you can say anything you like.
We got to sound like bitches.
Oh, come on, Lillian, you gonna let them get away
I
with
didn't
that.
hear that. What did he say?
We got to sound like bitches.
And what that really means is you have the tone, and the tone is present, but it's more air around the tone than it would be if it was a male adaptation of the same thing.
Wow, that's what I'm saying right there. Right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Howard Hewitt.
They are probably the two standing falsettos.
Well, yeah,
They
they
don't
are.
have to change the key.
No.
They don't have to change the key. They're still up
I
there.
don't know. I changed a couple keys. There's a couple
Are you changing any
Shalimar.
keys?
There's a couple Shalimar things. I said, I ain't going that high.
No, I'm not
paid my
changing
dues.
keys quite yet.
Not yet.
But I am learning to not expend as much energy in the show
Right.
and do the same thing but do it smarter, so I'm not as exhausted at the end of the show as I have been the last couple of years.
Different
Devastated.
routes. You find different routes.
Exhausted.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
find
Where's
different
the
routes to the
house?
same destination.
And still give the people that paid the money to come, that thought enough of you to pay the money to see you,
to come see you. And
to
then
give them what they expect.
You always you know, on your bad day, you're here. You
Right.
know, you don't never go below here. On your good days, on the good days and stuff, you know, voice is 150%. You're like up here. Everything you think about, you can.
But that's really an oxymoron since he never has bad days.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Hypothetical.
No.
Howard, we got a chance to listen to a DVD that was sort of obscure. We thought that was you at Fay Dodo. That I've been touting to people. That I said, if you ever want to see Howard in a small, and I said, if you drive by Fay Dodo, you won't get out your car.
Yeah, you don't.
You won't even get. You are not getting out your car, and you're not going in there.
Yeah.
But I told even Phil when they came by, I said, I have this DVD. A lot of people don't know what I said, but when you listen to it, Howard is really at his finest.
In a live environment.
In a live environment.
He is a consummate professional, and he always has been.
And for those of you who don't know it, go and get it. You know, go and get it. I got it. It's called Howard Hewitt Intimate.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And it's a wonderful piece at Fay Dodo.
Yeah, this is Fay Dodo. What I said, we're shooting where? We said we're shooting with Fay Dodo. It's a club.
It's a club.
It's a club, and it's on
It's on Adams.
Adams, right? Adams.
Near La Cienega, sorta.
Yeah, it's in the hood. We went to the hood, but it's great. It was great for shooting.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Small, intimate, and still.
But they still had a couple levels. You know, where
Real
they
tall
could-
ceilings.
Right,
Real
and
tall.
one level where they could put a camera, and they put it was room enough to put a boom type of situation. So I think that's why the people chose it.
And for those that haven't seen it, he's so personable on stage. He makes you feel like he's singing just for you.
Which is why I was singing with him, and it was a lady that fainted. Literally, she fainted.
He has that effect on women from time to time. I don't know why.
I heard that.
That's my ex-wife.
At one time.
I thought they might be fainting because of the checks.
I got this right.
Well, all of our
You
guests.
guys got that going on. I remember you coming on stage and everybody, all the women.
Yeah, but that was from fear, not from the anticipation of wonderful music.
Yeah.
I think even the men were doing that too.
But
Now-
we used to play.
Wider appeal.
You played up north. What was it?
Kimball's East.
Man, we had some great shows at Kimball's East. Kimball's East.
How did you
Oakland.
all first meet? Did you meet doing Mad? How did you meet?
Well,
Well, I
Everybody.
obviously knew of him long before I had the opportunity to meet him.
No. We're talking about when we before. Because who introduced me? Did James introduce me to you? Because like I said, this was before.
Yes, actually, he did.
Because see, James Ingram, right?
Okay.
See, there was a group called Revelation Funk back in Ohio. I'm from Akron, Ohio. This group called Revelation Funk. And they had a keyboard player that played keyboards and sang background because he didn't consider himself a lead singer. And that was James Ingram.
Can
right?
you imagine?
I met James when I was 15. And I was with a group called Life. We spelled it Lyfe. We were like Revelation Funk proteges. I used to see Revelation Funk. In my high school gymnasium with Battle of the Bands against Ohio players. We used to pay $1.50, right, to get in. And Revelation Funk had a lead singer at the time named Bernard Lawson, and to this day could sing me and James up under that table. This boy is bad.
Wow.
You know. Bernard.
I've been told several times by several people.
Bernard is still talking about going in. All that
and staying there
from the natural
from the basement to the attic
into the false, man. It's like
smooth,
effortless,
yeah,
crazy. And so so we would all do we do shows around Ohio up and down the East Coast and stuff. But James, when I first got out here, I was out here for about 2 weeks or so. I guess I was about 19, 20 years old. I touched down LAX. I had $34 in my pocket after I bought my one-way ticket from Akron. I had about $35. My cousin picked me up at the airport. He we drive up to the come out of the airport and drive up La Cienega up to the Sunset and make that left on Sunset, go up into the hills and stuff, and we're up in the hills and we're like, hitting it, burning, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then
I was gonna get into that later, but
and it's like, and we said we're gonna conquer this city, right? And so, cause he had called me, back, so he called me, he said, man, you gotta come out, man. I met this girl. I moved in, she's got a 2-bedroom apartment and her roommate will love you, right? So like, he picks me up, like I said, we go up into the hills, right? And then come back down out of Beverly Hills, back down Sunset. Make that right on La Cienega, back up past the airport to the hood, the serious hood, right?
Right.
And so we walk in and his lady comes up, fine, little caramel colored. Then her roommate walks out from the back, right? She loves you. She got a smile on her face like, hey, so man, it was crazy. We got put out after about a couple weeks. I would not perform. But,
Man.
Singing wise.
Character has its privilege.
Yes, there you go. Definitely.
Oh, and we have Nils here too.
Yeah, we met at the first thing I met Phil at when we recorded Blue Planet.
Yes.
He was singing on that one.
Yes.
And then we did a show,
In,
all three of us,
Yeah.
up in Monterey.
Monterey.
That was it.
That was called Nils and the West Coast All Stars.
That's
and
right.
These were my All Stars.
Gerald.
Joe McCauley.
Where's Gerald now? Somebody told me he's living in Paris or something.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a decade.
You owe me some money.
Too.
I think he
owe me calling me. Where's Gerald at?
Put it on blast.
He went under.
That's one of the things that we all have in common, is that our love for the music has made us sustain instances where we were around people with very little character. And still, we did our job professionally.
Sure did.
And
Swimming with sharks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't seem jaded. One of the things that I've always enjoyed about you, Phil, was your spirit. Haven't had a chance to be around Howard like this, except when Roland Works got him. It was my first time getting a chance to really be in the room with Nils also. But yeah, you all don't carry the energy of being jaded or bitter. And you've been in an industry that's known, like you said, full of sharks.
Yeah. But the thing is that you learn how to organize your life, I think.
And navigate it.
I look at my life like a theater. You have the VIP section, which isn't very crowded at all. Got general admission, which is is a good amount of people. And the balcony is like overflowing with folks. Hey, all the associates and stuff like that. And so you have to pride towards it with family. I'm learning even more now. About the family, because I work so much, and it's like through the years, that's like my first marriage was like, 3.5 years we were together. If I was home 9 months, I'd be stretching it in that time. So nothing can really, you can't really put anything together like that. We were together long enough to have 2 beautiful daughters, and that's the only thing that makes me say that it wasn't a mistake. But but then you learn how to, as time goes on, you learn how to put things in family, because family, after all this is said and done, family's always going to be there.
That's right.
And so your kids, you want your kids to become,
what I always say to myself, no matter, I'm just being happy that I've been able to make a living just doing music, what I love, and every day I can do that is, to me, a successful day. And I'm happy and I'm thankful about it, because it's like, I'm living my dream, just being able to do what I want to do.
And some people say, some people ask me, I did this one in-depth interview, try to get real deep. And the chick asked me, she says, when you dream, what do you dream about?
Oh, you really want to talk about that? I just wake up moist.
She was kind of fine too, but no. But I said I don't really dream. Yeah, no, it's like, I said I don't really because I don't really dream. I really don't dream. I don't remember my dreams.
You don't sleep deep enough to dream.
But I like to look at it as like I'm living my dream.
And that's why you don't.
So I go to sleep to take a rest from my dream for a minute. You know what I mean? And so like, you know, I mean, this is all like nils. This is all I've ever done. I had one 9 to 5 in my life. And I worked at Orbox.
I tried that when it wasn't school.
Orbox.
I worked at Orbox department store. Remember that?
Classic.
Wilshire. We used to be on Wilshire.
That's right. The building is a monument or something.
Yeah, it's a
historical landmark.
It's a car museum now. But I worked in the women's shoe department at Orbox. I had a ball. I was about 20.
I'm about to say, Howard, I know you was working there while you was holding their feet.
What do you mean? You're not wearing stockings?
He sold a lot of shoes.
What do you mean you're not wearing stockings? Your legs are perfect. What's your number? We can explore this.
Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Hewitt.
There you go.
And there you have them.
That's why your home is charmed.
Hey, so now with all the changes that are happening, because one of the things that we constantly talk about is the issue of change. Now, for those young folks out there, because y'all changing every 15 seconds, changing name by the weekend. But as you get older, change becomes more difficult for many of us. And the internet and the opportunities, which many of us Phil recognizes as an opportunity. Mm-hmm. For many people, it's a challenge because it seems to be thrusting upon them new worlds, new things to do. Howard, how are you dealing with, for example, Twitter and the Twitter phenomenon and the Facebook thing? Because, see, you are so wanted out there. You know when you drop your foot out there, here they come.
Man, I mean, you know, I deal with it in a minimum, to a minimum. You know, enough to know what I'm doing, enough to know how to manipulate it and deal with certain things that need to be dealt with. I have other people that deal with the Facebook stuff, but I'll go on and get into the personal thing every once in a while. But Twitter, when Twitter first came out, I still have a Twitter account, you know, called Just the Vocalist, right? Because Big Daddy used to always say, "I'm just a piano player."
Right.
So I'm just a vocalist, right?
Big Daddy happens to be George
Duke, right?
Oh yeah.
And so
Big Daddy.
Yeah. So like I did that, but I remember when it first came out, I got this Twitter account, and I'm going to traffic court thing, right? So I said, okay, now on my way to traffic court, sitting in the courtroom. Judge, let me go. I'm out of here. And then about a month later, I'm down south somewhere, and this lady said, you know, you shouldn't be getting those traffic tickets anymore. I said, well, that's a little bit too close to me. So,
well, that's part of the challenge. People are adjusting. We had Warren Sapp on. Mm-hmm. Who, as a guy who says he's not technical at all. This is the former Pro Bowl player, Oakland Raiders, Tampa, Buccaneer. He has 2 phones. He has over 700,000. Over 700,000 Twitter followers. And now as part of his merchandising, I don't have it here, but he brought me the Oakland Raiders hat. He has the whole line of stuff. And what's amazing is some of the folks who are, and he'll tell you in a minute, I'm not computer literate at all. My kids do my stuff for me. I just have the 2 phones. He said, I got my BlackBerry, I got my iPhone, and I'm doing this. And he said he didn't even understand what it was, and one of the other players was teasing him about getting on it. And they just was teasing him, and then he did it. And because he was just being himself.
Wow.
So what's amazing, and Phil was talking about taking advantage of this too, is the ability for people to market themselves and control themselves in their presentation.
It's one of the more efficient marketing tools in the digital age.
So I'm going to remind everybody, we're live on philperry.tv. That's right, Phil's own personal internet television channel, which features Phil Perry videos round the clock. As we said yesterday, right, over 9.5 hours.
Oh my God.
62 video clips I put up there. You guys, 62 video clips. Yeah.
Of Phil Perry.
9.5 hours.
9 hours.
So when the Viagra wears off,
Phil Perry.
he'll still be listening.
Lord.
God save us.
You can watch it all day long.
all day long, all day.
I tell you
Oh,
what,
that's Lil in
On the
heaven.
night
Watch
shift.
him all day long.
I tell you what, Vic,
Yes, sir.
I wanted to give them a minute to have a little. So I'll tell you what, we'll take a quick commercial break, get the other
There you
people.
go.
And
That's
what
cool.
we'll do is we'll play Brazilian Dance.
Yeah. I knew he was
The
going to do
track Nils Jibner
Yeah.
featuring
Yeah.
Phil Perry. Okay?
that. There you go.
We'll be right back. All right, I got to watch the stuff.
What are you doing?
I mess it up, you guys. You know what? That's the wonder and beauty of internet television, because I get to do this because, well, I run this bitch. So we get to do whatever I want. So now we're going to play you some stuff while we're getting everybody sort of settled in. And so enjoy. Here's a piece featuring Frank H. Carter, Something Special. And we'll be right back.
I know it's hard to believe, babe, how this could all be pretend. just some suggestion, no. It's the reason that I care so much. 'Cause girl, you're something special. Not just some suggestion, no. Girl, you're something special. Something special. It's the reason that I care so much. 'Cause girl, you're something special. You can't keep running away, baby. No. 'Cause there ain't nowhere you could ever truly hide. Would you rather live pretend, believing you can win, and so you end up crying every single night? When will you open up your eyes, pretty baby? When will you let go of your oh so foolish pride? Can be afraid to fly. Just take a chance and try. 'Cause all we have is what we are inside. Life is gonna test you, baby, and people are gonna stress you, baby. And I just only hope and pray you understand the girl is something special. It's not a question, not just some suggestion, no. It's the reason that I care so much. 'Cause girl, you're something special. Not just some suggestion, no. Girl, you're something special. Something special. It's the reason that I care so much. 'Cause girl, you're something special. Life is gonna test you, baby, and people are gonna stress you, baby. And I just only hope and pray you understand the girl is something special. It's not a question, not just some suggestion, no. It's the reason that I care so much. Life is gonna test you, baby, and people are gonna stress you, baby. And I just only hope and pray you understand the girl is something special. It's not a question, not just some suggestion, no.
I try, and everybody's like, why don't you have something special?
You're live, by the way. This is Sound the Body Heat.
And this is what you talk about.
Gwen Fox.
There are people that need to know this, like myself. How do you have a website if you're a singer without music?
You don't. You have to get with Pack Stereo.
That's right. You don't do that. That doesn't make sense.
Actually, you get with Gwen Fox, who's going to help get you organized and motivated.
I'll motivate you and sing a song in your ear.
And
at
she
the
will
same time.
represent you and bring you into Pack Stereo, and you might even be part of her emerging empire.
Absolutely.
She may, I can see her as a general, a commander-in-chief herself, Gwen Fox with the 2 X's.
With the 2 X's and a Y, not an E.
Okay, you know she's funny. The people with all that, you know they funny about all that.
Because it's spelled G-W-Y-N. It's not a stage name. It's G-W-Y-N. It's a lot of...
They always jack up my name.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Maria. They don't know what to call me. Everybody, all our guests are getting settled. We got to get bathroom breaks. You know. How to control that muscle.
You have one rule. Camera's always on, so you can't hide behind the walls because we got you. And you got to remember this. You guys don't understand that Gwen's here because she's actually treating a kinder Mario as he approaches looking to evolve relationships in his near future. More personally,
she's going to come and motivate me. No, I represent that rock. That's right. I represent the rock. Whenever you watch those shows, they talk about those men. I fit all those categories.
Yeah.
Won't commit, don't commit. And yes, I can still take home the whole check.
See, that's the
no
saving,
alimony.
That's the saving grace. You can't take the check.
No.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, how many men my age ain't paying no alimony and no child support?
See, Gwen,
and they not gay.
Gwen, you know what?
Yes.
What he does, just so you, if you ever want to test this theory, when he's asleep or taking a nap, he actually has a little, a dollar bill, a 5, a 10, and a 20 on the pillow next to him. That's his woman.
Yeah.
Everybody, As you can see, it's the Morning Coffee Show. Let me cut down some of the other ones.
Yeah. Because, see, they're already, now you guys have to understand, they're in powwow. See, all the people came together not knowing they were all going to be here. So what's happening is they're going to probably talk more outside than they are in here.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go grab them.
Yeah, grab them.
Well, it allows me to give at least some of the announcements for the day. Because, you know, we didn't get a chance to do that. And I want to acknowledge also our chat room. Because our chat room is so much a part of what we do here. Live real-time chat. And we have some chat room emeriti. Is that a word?
Yes. I'll say it's a
They're
word.
Jedi Knights.
Yes.
Mac McAllister, Port Townsend, G&M Bureau Chief from up there at Port Townsend, Washington,
Yeah.
who is the producer, director, creator, and developer of the Retro Jazz and Blues show, the #1 Retro Jazz and Blues show online with Mac. For those of you who listened to the pre-show, you were treated, as we so often do now, as part of our pre-broadcast show, we bring you the latest episode by Mac McAllister from up there at Port Townsend. So everybody can take a listen. Mac's doing so much stuff. So we wanted to give you those announcements. We also had a weekly quotation for the week. Every week has a weekly quotation, and this week is by William W. Perky. I know you know William. And William said, you got to dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. Wow, so we
good.
Nice.
want to acknowledge
really
that.
Nice.
That's powerful.
We also want to tell you guys, remember, go take a look up there at livestream.com. We put it on Facebook too. Last night, the first episode of Mario Fixes Shit, we did Under the Hood at philperry.tv. When we went over there, got a chance to work at philperry.tv. We also took a look at Gwen's site, showed how quickly we can make adjustments. Remember, part of the whole thing is to educate you, the masses, and our people about the process. We're just doing it in real time with you watching. Gwen got a chance to learn about her site in front of the audience. A little challenging, huh, Gwen, to learn about your stuff?
It was a little challenging because in my head it was such a big thing, but you're such a master at this. It's like if you really want to learn how to do this, I think the audience, you really should get in touch with Mario because he's excellent at it. It took him less than 5 minutes to take out something for me that I did not want there, and he just made it look marvelous. So you really should contact him. If anything, if you're thinking about having a site for music or any type of development, any business that you have, you really need to get it out on the web. You really need to consider having that presence, and Mario is the place to come for that.
Well, let me tell you what makes it exciting to me. To take this kind of technology and put it in the hands of people like you and
Like me.
And like Lillian, because see, the whole thing is a generic tool, see, to me. And so when you guys dress it up, it's like you put the clothes and the meat and bones on the skeleton, and when it becomes you, and the fact that you can feel. So that's the part I look for. The part about this that really turns me on is the inherent integrity, because it gets to really be the artist, for better or worse. With my opinion, that it doesn't have to be perfect. It just have to be
Just
of
has
them.
to be. It has to be. And see, and the thing is that what you've shown, Lillian is actually very good at this. From what you've shown her, Lillian is no joke. I'm trying to move up to the Lillian level.
Yeah.
Because Mario has shown her. Mario has shown her. No, it's not a hobby. Your hobby can make you a lot of moolah. And I'm just saying that if you come over and get the training from you, it's like, I can't wait until I get more involved.
Well, Lillian is decorating and changing. See, the part, and I told her. See, and I told her when she first met, I said, Lillian, now you're going to find I'm kind of different. Because what I'm going to emphasize as important is not going to be what you've heard other people emphasize as important. But I'm going to explain to you my process. It will sound a little la-la till you see it in action. And I told her, but once you get to trust me, I said, Lillian, take your time. Learn the channel. I designed it so you learn it in public, on the air. If you're comfortable with that, give yourself 90 days just to play around with it. I said, don't even try to go. I said, just see how, and then don't be afraid to be right or wrong, and don't be afraid to change. And I said, I know you've not heard people talk like that. But I said, and I'm telling you to do it in public. But remember, the reality television phenomenon. Well, see, for those, Lord works in mysterious ways. Things are occurring that help people like us. The phenomenon of reality television says that the public is now used to the #1 format 90%, over 90% of the new shows, reality format. The publics are looking, this is what they're used to, seeing the behind. It just came into existence. Just at the time we happen to be getting into this. See?
Yep.
Okay, all right, I'm saying thank you. There's nothing by accident. So what I'm suggesting to all you indie folks and artists out there, and I'm saying this to you, I'm just being a messenger to tell you that it's your time. You need to come have your version of this because it's your time. It is for you to express yourself in ways that never existed. That's why I'm so concerned with that revolution. I get to sit back and relax. I'm not worried about the money. Now people say, why? Because when you're excellent and you lead, you get paid. You get paid. You get paid. New ways of money come to you.
Yes.
They come and say, could we please have you? So I want to acknowledge that. And so Lillian, too, is doing so much. Take a look at the Phil Perry TV. And by doing this, it's to document how much it's them. It's not me. I don't make the changes at the site. Lillian does.
Which brings in a question because Mac, Port Townsend, Washington. See, I always say this. People go like, I hear all this. I'm going to ask you a question. Number one, it says, do you do web design? Now, I know what Lillian's going to say. What's the answer? Do you do web design?
No, I don't. Yeah, I mean,
and why do you not consider yourself a web designer?
Because I'm using templates.
There you go. Mm-hmm. There you go. Very smart. Very smart.
Well, I use them. See, I use templates, and I'm not. I used to. And people, Vic will tell you. People ask me the same thing. You know what I tell them still to this day? Right. I'm not a web designer. I design my web site. I don't really want to design yours because then I can.
and see that you know what's so cool about that, because as I was saying earlier at GwenFox.com, I don't have any music up there at all. But I'm kind of at the mercy of the person that created the website. Do you know what I mean? But if I was had a template, it would be easier for me to.
We never want you to be at the mercy. We're going to talk about that. Actually, that's one of the things that's coming up for Phil and Lillian. We were going to do it last night, but we got started so late it was too much. We have this new thing at Pack Stereo that we have never done, but we've been planning it. It's the official transfer ceremony. See, Phil and Lillian's channel was built out of a labor of love. It's not a commercial enterprise. You can look at it like that if you like, and it will be one time. I make that distinction because I didn't build it for them out of that. I built it out of a labor of love. The transfer of ownership ceremony has to do with the fact that I want artists to own their things. So, the ones who do certain things, and remember, Lily and Phil are pioneers, and also that they've embraced me. So the transfer of ownership is when we transfer them the ownership of their channel. Yes. See, it's important to me that Lillian be able to tell people, we own this. We own this. Now, there are going to be people in the future when I build their channels, I own it. Yeah. This ain't one of those. Okay, this is not to be one of those. It's for them. And see, that's because it needs to go down in history. And it needs to go on with the energy and the spirit that which it was created. It was created in that spirit. For a man who has inspired me and who's always treated me like I was special. I mean, I'm the guy who went up to Phil Perry in a nightclub after he performed, after he came off stage and sat at the bar. I'm the guy that went over to him and talked. And we talked, and we talked, and we talked. And he came to my house, and when I had an event, Lily and Phil sang in my living room. I showed them the video. Yeah, so I said, no, you already treated this. What you're reaping now is the rewards from the seeds you sowed long time ago. Time ago. So goodwill is there. So again, you're going to see that come up when we get the time. We're going to do the official transfer ceremony, because you need to know that, and that's why I want to say it in public on record. It's for them to own. So at the end of all this, Phil Perry will own his Phil Perry television. We need to be able to say that and stand behind that and all that, what that means.
What about your ex-girlfriends?
They don't shit. They don't get nothing. Nothing.
See what I'm saying? All
And
that.
I'm not your man.
See, Gwen, you were sitting there listening to an inspirational moment.
And
he was getting all
I had a
into
moment. It was
and he
almost
just took
brought
it
me to
away.
tears almost.
It just got
I'm
ugly.
like, almost tears. And I was like, oh my God.
See, I'm a work in progress. You can see I got a bad thank you, Lord,
yeah,
for helping
you
me.
need a little bit.
I'm getting there. You can see I'm a work in progress. Obviously,
See, all that didn't
shows you
work.
we're complicated.
Because I know some ex-girlfriends that said, well, you're going to build me a channel, and you know what the answer is.
I do. I build. You know what? No, the truth is, and go ask around. Every person that knows me that's been of any significance, I've offered a channel. Actually, see what happens is one day at one of those big parties when they talk about this, and we're all standing around. There's going to be about 50, 60 people in there who had channels built for them and did nothing, and so they're not going to want to say anything while you're talking about your channel. I'm just going to stand there and go. Because I built over 300.
That's amazing.
Over 300. You guys, important to know too, because we're about to get Phil and Howard back in here. Coming up Wednesday, Conspiracy Wednesday, we're going to continue the videos about the police war against citizen journalism. Last week we showed you the video clip of the lady videotaping the police from her front porch, which resulted in her arrest. Happening all over the country is the assault on bystander videos. We'll get the input of what the authorities are saying about this, going on all over the country. We're also going to talk about the indefinite detention of American citizens, the National Defense Authorization Act, the one your president has signed. Remember, right now allows for the indefinite detention of American citizens if you're felt to be. This is without trial.
Wow.
So we're going to talk about this and get the Obama administration position on this. This is on Wednesday. The ongoing, remember, I'm so political that Vic had me, we keep it to Wednesday.
That's right.
So Wednesday,
keep it to Wednesday, baby.
because he goes, no, we got to sing. You're scaring everybody.
Thank
You're
you.
scaring
Thank
them
you.
all.
Yeah.
They're like, they're ready.
You got me sweating already.
I know they're going like, oh, Lord. No, but remember, Conspiracy Wednesday, it does get hot and heavy. Remember, we show you stuff that's going on around the world, and we ask you, what do you think? Okay, last announcement, you guys. Pack Stereo is part of the project that is initiating consumer airwaves all over the country. We are part of the beta testing of our own FM station here. This is a movement that came into being, started actually back in 2004. Last year, President Obama signed a bill that is actually pushing toward making citizen airwaves more available. There are a lot of very activist people in your major cities like New York, Detroit, Chicago, then also out in the rural communities. It's interesting how these activist people who are going to be taking more control of the FM broadcasting, we do it right now, 101.5 Leimert Park, community radio and internet television. So go check it out. We only are broadcasting to the hood. It's what they call an LP-FM. You're going to hear more. Low power FM micro broadcast underway, Pack Stereo, right here from the house. So
That's awesome.
going to be hearing that. Okay, we're going to get the folks back in, because Vic, we got to decide how we're continuing.
This is a special program.
Now remember too, right? We get special program day, so we're gonna get Phil back.
I like the phone. I like Gwen's face when she hears that noise.
What is that?
Excuse me, that's my phone.
Oh, is that the phone? I thought it was the chime. I said, did we install some stuff I don't know about?
Don Wyatt.
Oh, Don.
Yes.
You gotta talk to him on the air.
How do I do that?
Just start talking to him. Hold him to the mic. Put on the speaker.
Well, actually, it's a text.
We'll embarrass you on Pack Stereo. Don't be sending us no photos.
Do I have to turn it off?
You can do it. No, you can do whatever you want. See, that's what's so funny. We get to. I go. I don't know. Do you? I don't. Can you? Maybe. Can you? People say the challenge of not having rules sometimes can be imposing. It's like threatening. You know, we say. I tell them, what if I have to use the bathroom? Get up and use the bathroom. Just remember, it's a show, so we're all going to watch you. I'm gonna yell out number 1, number 2. It has a lot to do with how much we plan for the time.
TMI. Oh,
yeah, TMI.
That's too much information.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Well, this is what happens as it deteriorates.
I want to go change clothes.
Yeah. No, you look so pretty.
Well, you know what? I tell you what, let's do this too, since we're having so much fun. Let's take a look, because we did it. Let's go take a look at Phil Perry. When we first, it really was me, Lillian and I extended to her this invitation.
Olive branch.
Just to see what would happen. Well, it was. And take a look. It was because of her we ended up doing the rehearsals. So here's Phil Perry behind the scenes, featuring Gwen Fox on background vocals, Lillian Perry live. Take a listen.
Okay. Okay. So, well, we'll do a chorus.
We gotta figure out what we're supposed to be singing.
Okay. Well, I can do that. Let me tighten this hit up, and then I'll go into that, and then we can practice it. Okay. When I give the cue, right, going into the pop, 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 pop. I'll give the cue, then you do the pop, 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 pop. Then we say, I want you, and right after that you go, now. Like, pop, 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 pop. I want you. Okay. Yeah, that's the end.
Now, what comes before? Something came before. Something came right before that too. We stopped.
I guess we'll find out before the show.
Yeah, let's do that whole
Maybe we'll
chorus.
find
The chorus? Ladies, we're going to do the chorus.
Okay.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
I want you. My heart says yeah, my soul says yeah. Oh, I wanna give you all the love that I want in return. To give you pleasure is what I crave. Ooh, you have but to say that you know all the round, but I could change your mind some way. Won't you listen to me, baby? I want you the right way. I want you, but I want you to want me too. Time. Smile when you sing. Want you to want me, baby, just like I want you. The right way. I want you, but I want you to want me too. Want you to want me the right way, baby. Just do the solo again and catch that.
Okay.
just from the solo. 2.
That's a turn I could not make, man.
Oh, you could too.
I can't make that. That's too much for my brain.
No. It's only because we've been outside.
I would never, I know. You took a twist and turn there, brother.
Yeah, Phil Perry, everybody.
And this is the Phil Perry TV show.
Yeah. Wow.
You took a twist and turn there, man.
Well, you know, you gotta keep it.
Wow.
Well, man.
Wow. We want to tell everybody you're listening to Morning Coffee, special Morning Coffee edition, because it's a musical day. Howard Hewitt in the house.
Yeah.
Niels Jeffner in the house. Eric McCain in the house. Gwen Fox. Lillian
Fox.
Tynes Perry. Everybody.
Wrong airport Fox.
I cannot believe you did that.
I will never forget that.
Oh my gosh.
Gwen, wrong airport, leaving out of the country, Fox.
That happened, Phil. But listen, Phil.
Wait, you got to tell that story.
Yeah.
You
But
got
listen,
to tell
Phil.
this story.
Now, Gwenny,
Yes.
you know we've been knowing one another a long time.
I know.
I know you know better than to go to the wrong damn airport.
I know, Phil. But see, what happened was.
What happened was, we were all like,
I can't
where's
believe
Gwen? Where's Gwen? Where's Gwen? Where's Gwen?
What country were you going to?
Where are we going?
Germany?
Yeah, Germany.
Oh, I get you. You were going to go to Germany out of Burbank.
I know.
Oh, well.
She was in Burbank.
I didn't know when I went there as a kid. I lived in Kaiser's. You don't want to hear it.
It's all right. It's
So
all right.
Gwen Fox
We
went to the
love
wrong
you.
airport.
We love you. We love you.
I got
But she
the
was
wrong
on the right
stop.
day. I was getting ready to go on the Minnesota thing, and I was a day early.
Oh man, I've done that before.
No, I got off at the wrong stop.
See, it happens.
I had a direct flight, and I didn't get the difference that a direct flight is not a non-stop flight.
Right.
They're going direct there, but they're stopping at Joe's house first. You know, that's not direct. Yeah.
Well, you
Direct
guys,
means directly there. No.
as you can see, they have adventures, and we'll use that as our segue. We've been having this musical morning. We wanted to get a chance to visit with it quickly, and because we didn't get a chance to show you some of the other guests in any kind of detail. We wanted you to know some about Niels Jeffner. Okay, so take a look. Guitarist. We're going to go to his site, take a look. But also, what's so interesting is we have a guest also in the studio today, who is a percussionist, Eric McCain, who many people know. Now, what's so funny, it shows you the small world. Here I am. I get notified that Niels is going to be here. Zenobia tells me she's going to bring a friend, I guess, a guy who's dissatisfied at a different, unnamed, so far behind the trends service. But I go to look up Niels Jeffner, and the first video that pops up is something he had done with Eric McCain.
Yeah. There you go.
So it turns out, again, the small world, you two have worked together.
Well, actually, Mark, it's a little smaller than that.
Really?
It's Phil Perry and I go back.
Okay, come on. Eric McCain, come on, Eric, too, because we want everybody to know about this.
Here, first of all, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And tell them you are the host. You are the host of the show. Currently, you're in moving, but it was the weekly show. I saw you with the emotions, Eric.
Eric McCain live, percussionist, and I just wanted to create a show that would highlight all the people that done very great things behind the scenes in the entertainment business. So whether it was a wardrobe person or stagehand or musician sitting in the pit, I wanted those people to
Or an
be recognized.
engineer.
Or an engineer. We actually did a show on recording engineers, so it was pretty cool.
I would listen to one of your shows. I told you I was impressed. Nice depth, I got to watch you with the Emotions, Wanda,
that's the family,
and Pam, and that was really a great broadcast.
It's been good. Thank you very much, because I am a musician. If you had told me 6 months ago that I would be a broadcaster, I said no.
Well, see, that's
Mario,
what I'm saying.
Thank you, sir.
As we were speaking outside, the industry demands that you move with it if you're going to continue to be.
That's a great point, Bill,
Yeah,
because when I was a kid growing up, I grew up here in LA in the 50s, and your mother always said, "Oh, that's so and so. He's just a jack of all trades, a master of none." But now it seems like we have to incorporate all of trades and stuff here to get something going. And I just want to create
totally
something.
true.
So, but getting back to my point with Phil. Phil came on the show. I was playing with the Pointer Sisters. And that's
yes, we
can. That's part of my family. That's part of my family as well. Anita Pointer is my daughter's grandmother, and Phil was opening up for us at the Greek Theater. And I got to tell you, he came on there and he just killed that show, man. I said, "Who is this cat, man? It's so smooth and just And that's been almost 30 years ago, huh, Phil?
Probably maybe a year or two over 30 years.
Wow.
That's a long time ago.
Wow.
So it's always a small world in this town, and it's just really cool that we can actually hook up again, especially with this guy.
Now, how did you play with Nils? We got a chance as we went into our little break there. We went in with Brazilian Dance, which was the single that Phil sang on. That was with Nils.
Right.
So how did that come up?
And the two of us did actually. We used to perform it as a duo.
Right.
Just acoustic guitar and percussion.
Right.
Now Nils, I'm always curious. You get cats like you who are, you're musically based, you're jazz and doing. What made you come up with the concept of adding this voice to your project? Had you heard of Phil, or did it come out of working with him? But how did you get the idea of even wanting to do that?
That was actually brought up by the guy at that time who produced that record.
Okay.
It was Gerald and McCauley. And he suggested Phil and brought him to the house. That's how I first met Phil at our house, with the recording studio set up at the house, and we recorded the CD there. And Phil came in and just did his thing. He also did that whistle at the end.
Oh my God.
That just blew my mind.
The best whistler since Toots Tillman to me. I know he hates what I say, but who else? You'll hear other people whistling. Ain't like a whole group of whistlers out there.
I whistle too.
I whistle.
How would you whistle?
Yeah. Now I never recorded, but
he's
I
a
whistle
whistler.
like going through the airport.
So we would need to hear that.
Listen, I have heard him, and he can whistle.
Yeah,
He just
I like
doesn't.
that.
But like that just eases tension sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, see, we got to get more whistling. Got to get more whistling.
Don't miss planes.
Take a look, you
End up at the
guys.
wrong airport.
So we got to go to Howard has so many sites.
Is this Neil's website here?
This is Neil's website.
Man, that looks good.
Yeah.
And you can go and get into his music. You got, he has a store. He's got videos, music, photos. Everybody take a look. We want you to know. And the URL for that is www.nilsmusic.com. Makes it easy.
Yeah.
It was Bob's music. Probably hard to find.
It'll be a dilemma.
Yeah. So Nils, what do you have? What do you have going on right now? What do you have coming up?
Right now I'm in the studio recording my 6th album. And about a few weeks away from finishing that, and that really kept me busy for the last 6 months. I'm planning going to Europe after that and starting, promoting the record.
Well, remember too, you are welcome to come back. We love to audition new product with people. We sit here and play it and talk with you.
Nice.
Okay.
We'd love to do that. So let us do, and we want people to know. And look, Friday. You were at Spaghettini's. I love Spaghettini.
Yeah.
Nice part to play.
That's on the 22nd.
The 22nd, Friday, Spaghettini, Seal Beach. Everybody coming down to check them out.
It's a fun place. I
think all of us have done our stint at Spaghettini's. Yeah.
Everybody's Spaghettini.
I like Spaghettini.
That's funny.
Eric.
Yes. To the brunch
there you
on
go.
Sunday.
I've never been to the
Mr. Him brunch is cool.
You guys, I want to have you take a look too. Eric, he's doing so much stuff also. He's got extensive discography. Got videos up there. Here he is making love to the drum. It's a little oil thing.
I think that picture adds more authenticity to the phrase "music is my mistress."
Yes. So Eric, tell us what you're doing and what's coming up for you.
Well, I don't know if it says in there, but I've been on The Lion King at Disney for the Broadway play for the last 10 years.
Wow.
So what I do mostly
Steady
now
money.
is do film and TV. So we record, I come in and put percussion and some what they call Foley work, some sound effects and stuff
Right.
Sure.
to different films. And we have a few films under our belt, Spider-Man, Star Trek, and The Hulk. So
First
I'm
or
kind of
second
bouncing
Hulk?
them out.
And your whole aspirations.
First it's horrible. Did I say that? No.
Whatever you want.
It was Howie. Howie did it.
Second Hulk was bomb.
But you're going to be continuing with your radio project.
Oh, this is very important to me because, see, we were talking, and Howard, Phil, and I were outside, and we're talking about the young cats coming. I think Phil had asked Howard if he had to start in the business right now, what would he do? And I looked at her. He kind of took his time about it, and he said he'd start probably at 56 years old jumping on.
I know. No, it's like we had to clarify. Is this a young situation or trying to break into business right now? I ain't got no bass or nothing. How good niggas sing? You got to be competitive.
Reality television, everybody.
More established than if you were a teenager today.
Yeah.
See, and the thing is,
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but we talking about some of the things that are available today. Like say, if I was 22 years old, 23 years old, wanting to break into the business, I'd be running to American Idol, I'd be running to The Voice, places like that where you expose yourself to a massive audience, every
Right out
week,
of the gate.
every week, right out the gate. At the end of that situation, I mean, there's like, 80, 60, 80, 90 million people voting, and that's just the people that vote. I mean, I don't vote. I watch it, and there's a whole bunch of people that watch that don't vote at the end of the whole thing. But you got the kids, and you become a household name, the whole thing. And if you just do 1% of that, you come up and you go out of 80 million people watching and voting, and at the end, at the finale, you just do 1% of that. That's what.
That's
a whole lot.
That's a whole lot.
That's a whole lot.
That's 800,000.
That's too many zeros to take.
800,000.
Well, if you do 2%, 3%. Right.
It's amazing because in the old days you're trying to get a record deal to do the talent show to get the record deal. Now you're doing the talent show. The talent show is a record company. Because American Idol and those shows, they're just big talent shows.
That's all.
That's it.
So what Phil is doing is amazing here. I mean, because now you can almost like kick the record companies out of the window.
Well, that's the whole thing. If you are hardworking enough, and with someone like Phil, who has well, first of all, the folks who can still perform,
right?
Because see, folks like you all, like Howard, like Phil, they can generate revenue singing remakes even of their old stuff.
Right.
And the videos, remember, the fans, I was telling Phil, imagine all the stuff that you sing that I would pay $2, $3 a download per song just to have you sing
That's
it.
on YouTube for free.
I play Howard's DVD like I play a CD or album.
Right.
I watch videos like I play an album.
Right.
And this is where the public is going now, the fact that you can generate those and you be in control. Now, of course, you have to do the work.
I am concerned about the fundamentals of music. It seems everything is moving so fast right now. These young cats are coming up, and thank God for Phil doing the show and my broadcast. That's the point of trying to expose people to learn the fundamentals of music and how this business really ran. It's moving so quickly now. I think people are losing that between 1 and 9. We came up between 0 and 10, and we actually paid the dues to
At
do
each
that,
step.
man. Each step.
Yeah.
A lot of these cats. I mean, it's what's the word I'm looking for here? you feel like they're privileged to do this thing, but that's not the question. Entitlement. Entitlement is the word I'm looking for, because now you got cats they do one record and all of a sudden they're superstar, and I'm the baddest cat on the
But now, Eric, don't you think that part of
right?
that has to do with us being in a digital age now, where mediocre talent,
exactly,
in conjunction with what the digital age brings us in terms of technology, creates a different persona for people and throws a different side of them out there that doesn't necessarily exist without technical assistance.
Exactly.
Right.
But at the same time, if you had all the fundamentals and the technology, imagine how far you could go. You know what I mean? You got cats now. You play like an A-7 chord. They don't even know what that is.
Exactly. Now I was going to say,
piano players.
You all studied, obviously. See, first of all, music in school, not available today, right?
Exactly.
Or PE. So they don't get that. Then music in church.
Right. Exactly.
All right. So a lot of them who don't do that. Kevin Eubanks is now trying to push a program to try to get music back into the schools.
But see,
to expose kids.
Back in the day, though, the record companies try to take the proverbial professors out of the classroom,
right,
and let the students run the
asylum
whole situation,
right.
And you can't do that because there's no foundation. You gotta have foundation. You got nothing can stand without a strong foundation.
That's right.
Nothing. I mean, nothing. This chair we sitting in, if they don't put the nuts and bolts in the right way on the foundation of this chair, I used to watch them build buildings, and they spent more time on the foundation than they did on building the actual building, because anything, if the foundation is strong, anything you build on top of it will stand. And so, like, you know, but that's why I always think about R&B. R&B is always hanging on because R&B has a strong foundation,
right,
that no matter how much they try and replace with it, R&B still comes out,
right,
and R&B still stands.
But that's another reason. That's why you cats are still here. I'm talking about yourself, Phil, Mills, and a lot of other cats, Shaka, whoever. The record company seem now, or the business now, is just promoting these artists and then kicking them to the curb after 3 or 4 years. It's like a used car or something. The record companies back in the day was more into developing an artist and having a longevity career.
That's why I think programs like American Idol are so popular, because you see the development of an artist from the time that they come in raw until they, somebody gets a hold of them, they start developing it, and the whole thing, and you see that, and then they made the American public a part of
the transformation.
You veto them off or whatever, or,
See, for me, I think in terms of, if I had chosen another profession, I would still have to speak the language of that profession.
Exactly.
In other words, if I was laying bricks, I'd have to know how to read a level. I'd have to learn how to read a tape measure. I'd have to learn how to use a troll. Well, how many cats do we know that have had record deals and sold millions of records, couldn't read a note if their life depended on it? Well, I mean, they're fortunate. God bless them.
Yeah.
Okay? But the other side of the coin is that really doesn't lend itself well for a longevity that you can build up to and build on, so that when you get to a particular stage in your career, you're not having to work quite as hard as you did at the beginning of your career, because you have such a life work out there from having the fundamental knowledge of music and being able to speak a musical language.
Right. Communicating with
others. Well, the chat room was really chiming in with you guys, by the way, because, you have Mac, who's 72 years old,
right?
Been in the industry as both a journalist and a radio announcer. They're saying, the record companies are toast. And they talk about this, and I'm just quoting something, the schools don't have money for music. They say you can promote yourself on the internet, and if you make it, you can keep all the money.
All the money.
They were talking about bands, if you're a band, and they talk about if you can sell 100,000 units on your own, you make more than if you sold 1 million units
with the record company.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Yeah,
because you're lucky. An artist is lucky to see 10% of their product, and they're recouping at a 10% rate.
Right.
So it's like
that's selling a lot of records.
That's selling a lot of records. But to the defense of record companies, even back in the day, whatever, I don't know. I mean, your first anybody's first contract was something that you take and you frame it and you put it up on the wall to laugh at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You were not going to get any money, right?
Your first contract, because why are they going to get? They're taking the risk.
Chance,
right.
They're taking the risk,
and they do invest making
exactly
your brand name, which is your name.
Exactly. And so, like, so you take that, but then your second project, that's when you go in. After you sell 1 million copies, whatever, on your first project, then your second project, before you go in, then you renegotiate.
Did you feel that way from Shalimar?
Oh yeah, we did that all the time.
But that's only because Howard is money hungry, so he always wants.
I would like to believe he's smart.
Well, we did that, but we did that. But we did that all the time. We would go and renegotiate for the next album. I mean, the second contract was basically cool, cooler,
Yeah.
But then as time went on, then you negotiated some other stuff, and then you went off into the solo thing, and the solo thing was a whole nother situation with, distribution company having first rights of refusal on anything that was on the company.
Yeah.
So you had to deal with that company,
So you always had to be a business-minded person, even
if you didn't know.
You got screwed if you didn't.
Even if you didn't know, you had to act like you did know, and then ask the right questions later on. That's how you made the right decision.
So
make that move
right now. but Elektra was the distribution company for Solar at the time, right?
Right.
So Elektra had first rights of refusal on anything that came off of Solar. So in other words, I had to deal with Elektra before I could deal with anybody else, right? And Elektra at the time, they had nothing. They didn't even have Anita Baker. They were cold. I'm talking about attorney. I said, man, I don't want to go to lecture, man. That's like we had things from MCA, had things from other people, possibilities. And I said, well, first rights refusal. So let's make the deal so ridiculous
that they'll
pass.
Right.
And it's right of first refusal, and it was the right thing for you to do too.
Whatever it's called. But they didn't pass. I made a whole bunch of money. Them folks were crazy over there, boy. They told me one time with on the Pops, this is how long ago, I'm For Real was like, number one on the screening up the charts on R&B. I said I went into the pop department, got the head of the pop department, and lectured. I said, man, I'm For Real. It's like, why can't we do a pop sign on the pop? Well, we're promoting Anita Baker, and we can only promote one black artist on the pop side at a time. Man, I went off on this guy. I went off on this guy. I said, what are you, what do you mean? So...
It wasn't my idea for you to sign 60 acts to begin with.
I know. I was banned from the pop side. So Howard can't go to the pop side no more.
If we had to leave the folks out there, and I'm telling you, they're all in the chat room and interested in what you guys are saying. If you had to leave them with a word of advice into dealing with today's, because you got so many artists out there that are being indies, they're trying to do it themselves, and they still look for that guidance and leadership from folks like you all, our heroes and mentors. Yeah. What would be the words of advice that each of you would leave them with?
Just always follow what's in your gut. Don't try to find something that you think somebody else might like. You just go for what you like, and that's what you do, and that's your art, and that's all you concentrate on.
That's good.
I would just give him a biblical quote. The Bible says that your gift, your talent will make a way for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So even when you become discouraged as a human, as we all do, know that we have heavenly help that's preordained our life, or we wouldn't have gotten the gifts that we've been given.
That's good.
I would say, be careful what you record, because it might become a hit.
Bobby McFerrin hates. He hates. Don't worry, be happy. He'll get nasty with you if you ask him to sing it. He'll look at you and go, no.
Kenny Loggins told me that one time.
He whispers too.
And it's like, and you have to always feel, what your material, think about your integrity, think about what you're leaving, because this is legacy. You're leaving this. Everything you do, you're
It's gonna
leaving.
be here
this.
when you gone.
It's gonna be, and this is your legacy. So you know, did you deal with your legacy with integrity, or did you lead people to a higher understanding of whatever it is they want a higher understanding about, or did you lead them over a cliff? You know, to endless something that just don't mean nothing. That's all I always say. It's hard to write a nonsense song.
Right.
Me and George wrote one nonsense song in my whole career. When me and George Duke wrote it.
Right.
But we won awards for it over in another country. So what might
Only
be,
George Clinton pulls that one off.
I know. But like,
Wow.
you know, but just be careful. You know, use integrity. You know, because anytime you step up on any type of platform, you're on a platform, and more than one person is watching you.
Right.
I don't care how big your audience is.
Right.
And so you have responsibility then. Personal responsibility. I'm not going to try and tell you what to do, how to do. You can teach how to, you know, have a thing and teach people how to make bombs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we shouldn't say bombs over there.
No, we shouldn't say bombs.
Here they come. But we get you.
So
you know,
pretty much you're saying you need to know what your message is and
your
what your
message
purpose is, because your message is what you're like going out in the world ministering to people. So your message needs to be a part of your purpose.
Right.
And it is a ministry, even if you don't look at it as such. You never know how people are going to take what you do. I wish that I would have had her print out some of the emails that I've gotten over the years, and some of the really poignant things that listeners get in touch with you just to tell you how one song affected them in their life to make them more thoughtful, more caring, you know, more rounded as an individual. When you sing, when you stand in front of a mic and you sing, you can never know how people are going to interpret what it is that you do. All you can do is the best you can do. At that moment. It's a momentary thing. Will it live beyond you? Absolutely it will. But that's really not at the forefront of your thought when you're recording it. When you're recording it, you're just trying to make it as good as you can make it.
But you may be making history.
And even then, even when you've made it as good as you can make it, it's not as good as you can make it, because once you become familiar with it, then you find other nuances
and avenues to go.
I always say production is never finished; it's just abandoned.
Right. There you go.
I would say
very well.
Come ready.
I know. We got Eric. I know y'all can see he's been.
I say exhaust every option, every possibility that you have. Because I tell you, I grew up here in LA. I went to Fremont High School, Locke High School.
And you made it. Because back then, it wasn't easy, was it?
No, but we had really good. We had a Reggie Andrews over there. Reggie was my teacher.
Music,
yes. And you know, Patrice and then Dougal and all those guys.
Gerald was over there.
Gerald Albright, Gary Bias, Reggie Young. He's also on Dancing with the Stars.
A lot of the cats.
All the cats. We all grew up together. I'm a little older, and Dougal's a little older. But the thing is that we were taught to be this quote-unquote session musician. Man.
Right.
You know, it's all about getting into the studio, and Reggie would bring all these cats up there. What I would do now, if I had to do all that over, I would probably start a group, write more. My whole thing was being a musician. You know, if I had known or thought about it, which is so naive though, I would have had a group and did my thing, you know. But you're trying to play with all these different cats, and you're doing the politics and try to get that gig, this gig, and I mean, just recently, this past NAMM show, I was at the in the main room there, man. I was looking at all these young cats walking around with drumsticks in their hands, and I was just counting all these cats, and I'm counting the gigs on one finger that are available for you right now.
Right.
So it goes back to what I'm saying: be a jack of all trades, and try to get a lot of stuff going on and create something.
But back in the day, though, it was about creativity.
It was about trying to get a gig.
Or you could be just
into
your art.
But it still should be about creativity.
I know, but it's got to be about business too. You got.
But it is for those that love it. But you have to love it to a degree.
Yeah.
And then you have to hate it to a degree.
Yeah.
And the degree that you hate it in is when you do bad business.
Right. Right. That's what I mean about exhausting all your options. Learn what's going on. You got artists out here that don't even know what an engineer is, or an LD. If you use the term LD, they don't even know what a lighting director is. And these people have been in business a long time. And if you're actually out there, you need to learn what every person is doing in your camp and what they represent.
You need to know the functionality of the industry.
Exactly. Cats calling up lawyers, not realizing that the lawyer's charging them $75 an hour for that call. Or a minute, you know what I mean?
75, that's cheap.
Well, I mean, just for a phone call.
600.
Dude, give me an attorney
so,
75. I'll be like,
well, I was not hyping him on retainer at 75.
Howard Hewitt. Yeah, you should come Howard Hewitt.
Oh, no, you didn't do that.
My bad.
And an apropos name, I might suggest.
Hey, man, hey, I'm arguing with you. What's up?
Now, what's different today, though, is that you have all these tools of self-promotion, right?
Right.
That we didn't have in our younger days.
Right.
So you can actually, easier than ever, create a product and then market it by placing it on social networks, promoting it on the internet. And it's basically just investing your time doing that.
Exactly.
To get a buzz going and get yourself out there.
And it's the same thing that you'd have been doing for the record company.
Yeah.
Which what the record company used to do.
But
for
that's
you.
what the record company used to do. Now you have to be proactive in your own career, and you should be. If you love your music, you should be proactive in all of these elements that we have right now. There's no reason why you cannot get a following if you stay active on that, proactive, and then you just advance.
But you got to know yourself too.
You got to know yourself.
This is for me, like this appearance here on this show, which I love, by the way. Thank you for having me. Hey, you can give it up for is my first time out since this year, because when I get in the mode of being really creative, which I'm right now in the studio recording my record and writing a new record, I can't deal with all that business stuff and promoting stuff and calling clubs up and doing all the promotion stuff that I usually would do, because I just got to lose myself in the medium. You know, I'm gonna, like another month I'm gonna resurface. But because there might be other artists who can deal with it differently, I can only deal with it that way, that I just
I think I agree with you. I think recording demands all of your attention on that one thing. I never could split my endeavors. I had to do one thing at a time. And when I was recording was the most important thing.
Well,
thank God for that.
Because
you bless us. You guys, I mean, Phil is anointed with that voice. Howard is anointed, angelic. So thank God for your voices, because
I was actually about to come to you, our motivational speaker, a person who's got that history and who helps to guide people in creating those images, to help us wind up this segment, as we've heard, with your recommendations too, to the artists that are coming up.
I just recommend that you be authentic. And I think that you should, I really think that, because I believe in the Lord, I believe in God, and I believe in Jesus, and I believe that if you get with God, you take that time out to meditate and just really go into what God says about you, when you begin to realize who you really are, then you just stay on purpose. I remember one time we were on a plane, and Howard had this book that was like, I believe it was something like Rising Above Mediocrity.
So, man.
Yeah, and he had this book, and he was like, this is a good book. This is a good book. You have to know who you are. Then I was singing other music. I was, touching myself, but then not really touching myself.
It was a wonderful visual, though, I can tell you. I went there for a minute. I got a cramp.
I had to go there.
You know what? I kind of thought about in a room full of men. I need to not say myself.
You are and they're nasty.
Not like that.
I'm praying for forgiveness. I know.
Please forgive me. Okay. But I gotta say.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
And it was wonderful. No, but the thing is that I didn't really know who I was. I mean, I was like a little scattered, So, but the best thing that you can do for yourself is to get with the Lord, or whoever the Lord is for me, just have some silent time, get to know who you really, really are, and what service that you can give to the world. You got to not think small. You got to think about. I think about nations. I think about that. So what can you offer? Just be authentic. Don't try to be Howard, because you can't be Howard. You certainly can't be Howard.
That's right.
Unless you're from Mars, you certainly can't be Phil. Unless you're from another planet, don't even mess with Phil.
I think.
It's yes, all heart.
Very good point.
So just be who you are. And once you find out who you are, find out who your audience is. You can start small with the audience, find out who that audience is, and just stay focused. No matter what, just stay focused. You know, your gifts will precede you. So if you just stay focused, and God will bring about those other things, and you study your craft, you know, be the best you that you can be, because that's all you got to offer. You can't offer anything else but you. So once you just be you, just get in touch with that.
Be
who you are. Be authentic.
Excellence. Yeah. As they say, Dr. J once said that in the final seconds of a close game, some folks want the ball and some folks don't. Here we're here today with people who want the ball. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrating our guests: Neil Zibner, Eric McCain, Howard Hewitt, Phil Perry, Gwen Fox.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. History. We invite you to stick around, you guys, for the next segment. We go to the fun stuff. We go to the new sports. For those of you who don't know, Phil Perry, big time sports. And it's a special edition of sports, so it's focused around the commentary of our guests. And in the final segment, depending on if our guests are willing to say, though, some of them will, some of them won't, it's okay. We do the hot picks. The celebrated model review segment of our show. One of the most popular segments where we review models. We get to vote.
Models?
Oh, boy.
We have male and female models.
I know.
Because we got so many letters.
Yes.
We had to put the male models in. It was a little biased. So but it's a hot section. We call it hot picks. And so, Vic, we're going to be coming up with that. How soon, Vic?
Whenever you want to, man, because I know he's sitting up here waiting to chime in on sports. I'm going to let you do the lead. You get the first topic. First lead.
Okay.
You get
Thank
it,
you, sir.
Yeah, you get it.
Well, I can go there. You want to allow a quick second for the shift of folks around, or is he going to stay?
Well, you know what? Do a musical break. Don't give me the 30.
Okay, let's get
you out.
Yeah, I got to go.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go. The hell are you doing? The hell is so important that you got to go leave? Who do you think you are?
He's got a bigger name.
Well, we'll take some pictures. Hey, a perfect island night while we get everything together for part 2. Everybody, we'll get some pictures with Howard on the way out. Everybody, enjoy Phil live.
The ocean sings summer.
All right, you guys, I'm fixing it.
I know. In the meantime.
That's right, the urban buffer.
It's spinning. I mean, we're doing a number of things right now, so you guys can understand. Pictures, reading, Thank you, Mario. Thank you.
Just do take a look. See the way I take a look. Oh, see the way? Sorry. Sorry. See the way.
Okay.
Take a look now. Wish I had some help to say. See the way.
See the waves, how they go.
No, just one.
See the waves.
Soft and sweet and gentle. Tender like you are. See the whole coast now. See the waves, how they go. Oh,
Feel the rhythm, it says though they can feel the passion of the perfect
I'm enjoying the night. Oh,
me and you. Sharing what is all we can do.
'cause we
Yeah, the sights out of body heat. Give you some mic to Vic too. We're getting ready.
Yes,
you
sir.
guys, you got to allow us that transition time.
Yeah.
You know, Howard's got to go do some stuff. He had a great time. He wanted to pass on to you all how much he enjoyed being here.
Right.
So we got to get them all going and on the road and out there doing stuff. And then we'll be back. We're going to do the new sports because Phil is an avid sportsman. You guys hear him out there? He'll be back in a minute. We're going to do the new sports, and we're going to do it with a whole different perspective, get a chance for Phil to weigh in
Right.
heavily in an area which he's passionate.
Right.
He's extremely passionate about sports.
Thank you.
And then we're all going to be passionate about the hot picks.
Yeah, everybody's trying to go hide right now because they don't want to be guilty of choice, but you can't. It's unavoidable. It's undeniable. So thank you for your patience, everybody. It's been a wonderful broadcast, Mario. We got about 3 or 4 minutes to knock him in the head with the hammer, right?
Yeah, well, I'm going to play, I love to play the sing strings. Enjoy the sing strings while we get ready for part 2, you guys. We'll be right back.
Listen up and raise your head. Shake the pain and lies with fear. Don't believe the negative, it's over. Just relax and stay a while. Listen to your inner child pushing you that extra mile. It's over until the next plane where we will start a new game. Until the next flame lights the shoulder. Until the next flame, where we will start a new game. Until the next flame lights the shoulder that guides me. what you choose is up to you. It's over. Just relax and lay a while. Listen to your inner child, pushing you that extra mile till it's over. Until the next flame, where we will start a new game. Until the next flame lights the shoulder. Until the next flame, where we will start a new game. Until the next flame lights the shoulder. They guide me. Don't you forget that this is all a lesson. Oh, the lesson. So try, just try to remember. Until the next until the next flame, where we will start a new game. Until the next flame lights the shoulder that guides me. Till the next flame, where we will start a new game. Until the next flame lights the shoulder that guides me. Until the next flame, where we will start a new game. Until the next flame lights the shoulder that guides me. Until the next flame, where we will start a new game. Until the next flame lights the shoulder that guides me. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah. Everybody, the sing strings. That's right, till it's over. Sing strings. Yeah. Yeah, sing strings. The Indies indie. Doing it like it rarely gets done.
Yes, sir.
Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. Phil is still out there escorting them.
No.
But it's time to get ready for this next section. We're going to slowly be getting them in here.
Sorry about that, Mario. I was sitting up here actually talking to Gwen and trying to have her expound on that statement she made as a co-host about I touched myself, and I'm just trying to get some other...
Well, that's an important one to expound on.
Hey,
Don Wyatt's in the house.
Guess who we got rolling?
Keyboardist extraordinaire and general funny guy.
This is the man. He's coming in. There he is.
Maestro. How you doing?
He's the man. And for those of you, if you want to get a glimpse of his talent too, he's all over the place. But we got him playing piano at the Phil Perry birthday celebration.
Oh, yeah.
I go back and play that piece.
Yeah.
He just did his drills for us and was getting off. I just do my drills to just show y'all some chops.
Thank you, man. I love
Wow.
you.
Hey, Don, so no, it's good to have you here, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
you're gonna stick around for the sports and the hot picks, right?
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah.
be in the
I'll be
okay.
around, yeah.
Come on, Phil. Everybody, let's go. Come on, Eric. We got Eric. Is Eric sticking around? Zenobia, are they going?
Yeah, I think there's, they're sticking around. They're still talking.
Well, come on, Eric, too. Eric, I see Eric. I knew I was going to get Eric involved. See, you don't know. Eric, I admit it was a setup. It was a setup. Zenobia didn't know.
I know.
I went and read your stuff. I said, I'm going to just get him on the air. He going to want to be on the air.
Yeah.
After I saw his video, I knew he was going to want to be on the air.
Well, everybody has something to say. You know, and
Yeah.
the reason why is because it's important that they have a voice of their contribution, where things are going, and then to embrace the future. And the embracing it is going, look, you know what? It's like the Grand Canyon. You have to carve out your own niche. Maybe not as big.
Well, we about
Something
to. Well, coming up next is the new sports. We're just waiting to see. I can't. There they come.
There's the man.
I can't leave.
I know. And like I said, new sports is anybody having an opinion about the topics we're going to engage you upon. And remember, we're in Los Angeles, and in Los Angeles.
Well, we're inviting all of our guests to hang
right.
around.
Everybody can
so
come
we'll
in.
see. It'll be up to them. You know, they're such busy folks. But for the ones that do stick around, the sports section is I'm sure, will be rather spirited because our guests seem to be very opinionated as it comes to these topics. Phil, like I said, he's very passionate. You know, so I said it that way. I said passionate.
Put a little extra on it.
About sports. So he has opinions. And with the game being the way it was last night, going to overtime, I'm sure he wants to weigh in on that.
Well, you know, if you don't have the Lakers around or the Clippers, remember, we're in King's Land. I want you guys to know that. We're in
King's
Land.
Right.
See, the Lakers and Clippers are not part of the subject.
Right.
So I just want you to know more.
Well, we're going to go to that. So without further ado, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
It's now time
for that new sport.
That's right. It's time for Victor Allen's new sports. Neil Urban Look at Sports. Hot, sexy, by the two-headed man.
That's wrong.
That's right. The man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Vic. Special guest edition with Phil Perry. Yeah.
All that extra. And notice notice on my segment, there's no women.
No.
They don't want to, that sports thing,
Wait a minute.
know.
You feel all of you guys get the women in the room, and then they leave when my section comes up.
Yeah, Gwen's gone. She's like had to go powder up or something.
Yeah, but she ain't gone far. She's right up. You know, you probably whistle and get her back in here.
Oh, that's good.
You may not even have Gwenny.
She's not going to talk about sports.
Yeah, because she can see the kind of sports we do. They don't know, Vic.
I know that.
They don't know that the kind of sports we do that they can participate. Right. Eric's here. Come on, let's get Eric in here too.
And we got to do it for the ladies too.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get him next time. Eric McCain, everybody. Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you.
So, there's stuff to talk about.
Okay, let's just go on and jump into it.
I'm going to jump into it. I got to hit the trending tweets right offhand.
Okay.
Which are going to lead into our subjects because these are the hot topics right now for sports.
Gotcha.
First one's chiming in, Tiger Woods wins. So that means hype begins.
Right.
Hype City. We don't know how far it's going to go. That's a trending topic. The next one, this one I love. This is the one I can't wait to talk about. Floyd Mayweather's fiance tweets prison address. Now, think about it. You're a woman.
I heard he got arrested in Las Vegas.
Let me see.
I didn't hear why.
I didn't hear why. But here's the part, Mario.
You mean you don't know? Oh.
I don't know the reason. Look, let me say this. What's more important that your fiance says, I want to tweet the address of where you are incarcerated? I'm just letting you know that's a trending
That's why I'm
tweet.
single.
Okay, so hold on.
That's why I'm single.
This too. Now, the one that probably everybody's going to stay pumped for is Chris Bosh will be active for Game 5. So I think they want to close this out in 6. They want to go back to back. We're going to talk about it.
And watch it don't make a difference.
Right. Yeah. See, you don't give Chris enough.
No, I do. I just said, remember now, my thing was that they played differently.
Yes.
And that it's that whole debate of how whether or not that adjustment is more effective or not. That's all. I didn't want to discount Chris at all.
No, I know
I
that.
just said they played differently without him.
I know that.
And that team was still very effective. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm not going to put you up there.
Because I don't want to. I like Chris Bosh. I'm not
letting you correct, but you ain't getting off the hook.
That is the Kobe I talked to.
See, I do it. So hold on. Let me get to the other ones because the talk right now is that you got 3 people that's battling for the MVP, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. I got the 3-horse race between LeBron, Durant, and Tony Parker and Spurs. That's my 3.
But it's not close.
Okay, just leave it alone. And the one that's not getting trend topics at all, the Kings.
And they're only a win away.
Isn't that incredible? I want to watch
the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Which incidentally has not happened since Gretzky was here.
Right. And what makes it even more important, they're breaking NHL records.
Sure.
Undefeated on the road. They can actually, if they win both games,
they'll have the best road record of any Stanley Cup final and participant in the history of of the National Hockey
That's
League.
right. So
you know, Phil,
here's
I
the
almost feel like we don't deserve this as LA.
Oh,
I actually
wait a
feel,
minute.
you know, as an LA person, you don't hear me say this often. I actually feel kind of disappointed, and I'm not a hockey fan, but this is such an accomplishment. I personally gonna make the efforts to see more of the stuff now, especially now.
Right.
But really, it is a little bit of an indictment on us here in LA.
What's indicted?
That we have a team. If you do this well in anything, and
Right.
I don't care what it is, you would think that we would be more in tune. I just feel guilty.
I know.
I feel guilty,
I agree.
like that we should give them more love for this.
But
This
now,
is a big
Mario,
deal.
you have to understand this is L.A.
We don't. Yeah.
Okay, it's L.A. So
Yeah.
what are you going to do? It's a West Coast hockey team in Southern California.
It's just rough, huh?
Okay,
It's just
how,
rough.
how many people here
Right.
in the state are really hockey fans anyway? I mean, there are more transplants in California than there are natives.
That's right.
So you would think that there would be more, but in the LA basin area, from a sports perspective, from an athletic perspective, we're pretty spoiled.
Oh hell yes.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes,
We're
sir.
the
Lakers.
worst. Yes. Clippers.
Dodgers,
Yes.
okay? Angels. I
Sparks.
mean, come on now.
And then,
Sparks.
and then college too. We get college ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Even when UCLA doesn't win, they in the news more than 90%.
Even when USC is sanctioned and can't go to the bowl games, you still want to watch them kick somebody's tail.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
But
You
you know,
know?
we need this. Let me tell you why we need it before we go into the first subject. If we didn't have some prominence on the West Coast, do you know that Southern Cali represents the whole Western United States as a collective now?
Right.
Against the East, they get more prominence, more coverage, more media time. People will tell you if the game comes out here at 7:30, a lot of people go, I'm going, it's too soon. Even the writers and broadcasters say, I'm not watching the games. It's too late when it's broadcast out back east. So
right.
we get a certain amount of biased coverage, means they don't cover it. So here's the part that I'm saying. With the Kings, I go look at what they're as the topics. You know, if there was any other team out in the West, in the
hell
East,
yeah.
they will be talking about this subject with New Jersey. If it was Detroit, if it was any team out there, they will be having splash headlines. You go to the Kings, nobody's
Right.
saying it. You know why? Because it's Southern Cal. It's
Exactly.
LA.
There's
That's
too
it.
much athleticism in too many professional sports in the Southern California basin for anybody to really be exuberantly excited about what's going on.
Right.
Now, that's not to suggest that the Kings don't deserve it.
Right.
They're
Right.
a win away from the Stanley Cup.
Right. Right.
Which hasn't, if at the risk of being redundant, been in Los Angeles since the days of Wayne Gretzky.
Right.
So there is a reason for people to rally around the Kings, but look at the Angels. Look at the Dodgers. Okay? The Angels, I think, are in second or third place.
Yes.
The Dodgers are in first place.
Yes, I agree. I
The
agree.
Dodgers are in first place in June.
There you go, you guys. It's so wonderful here in Los Angeles.
You know what I mean, man? So it's hard for sports enthusiasts have a difficult time in the Southern California basin based on the success and history of the teams that represent us.
That's right.
True, and I understand.
All you New
I'm
New
just
Yorkers, nah, 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 nah,
You know
nah,
what?
nah, 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 nah.
But see, it's
I got love for New York, though. Let me just say, I don't think I'd live in New York, but I do love going there to perform. I respect all the New York professional teams,
Yes.
especially the Yankees.
Bam.
You can't.
They've been there historically, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, you can't.
They're the top.
Just look at the person that's the team, rather, that's in second place from World Championships underneath the Yankees.
Yeah.
And look at how many World Championships they have to win just to get close to the Yankees. I mean, historically, it's monumental when you think about it.
It is. And it's already been written.
And what are the odds of somebody winning? Is it 29 or 30 or 31
Right.
world championships in one sport under 3 owners since the 1930s?
Not yeah.
3 owners since the 1930s? It's 2012.
Yeah, I
You
know.
kidding me?
No.
Right.
That's probably part of the success too, though.
And it's the insight as well.
Yeah.
The same thing we're trying to do, I'm making the attempt to do with Phil Perry TV. Steinbrenner did with New York, with the Yes Sports thing.
Yeah.
And so what ends up happening? He doesn't pull in to the Major League Baseball buyout on Fox or TBS or TNT.
Right.
Why? Because he owns YES. Therefore, he can show the Yankees games all year round. No contract. No outside leaning on him to make this a long-term thing. He doesn't have to deal with any of that. I think it was, in terms of professional sport, I think it was a brilliant thing for Steinbrenner to do. And though he's gone, and though his children have taken over, I still think that the Yankees are still going to keep climbing that ladder of success. It's part of their tradition. It's part of their lineage.
And they're already discussing whether the Steinbrenners are thinking about selling the Yankees, which is a no-brainer. The discussion is already there.
I'm just curious what the valuation would be on that.
The discussion is there, but here's the thing: it's a no-win. It's a win-win. You know, the most powerful baseball organization, bar none. So it's a media profit machine. Period.
Right.
Regardless of who it transfers to. So it's always going to make money. Okay, let me do this because I have to hit this because I wish I had more ladies in here because I want them to chime in, but this is a Tiger Woods weekend.
El Tigre!
This is a Tiger Woods weekend.
El Tigre!
They've been riding his back. They've been riding him for a long time. They said he has hit his best days, and they're behind him. And so he comes up and wins, and now the talk about chasing Jack Nicklaus, hitting that number. Can he surpass him in tournaments, majors? And I'm going, is it a blip? Or is it?
The decline as one ages is not usually, luckily, not like this. Yeah. It usually is more of a gradual with moments. So Tiger, because I think a lot of the animosity people have toward him and the way he's played it out, he gets to go through what is otherwise a normal process in front of everyone.
Right.
Everybody has to age and change.
Right.
There's how we adapt to that as a test to our determination, our spirit, as competitive, and whether it's sports or singing, right? As many artists don't sound good with time. So to me, Tiger is doing this. I said before, we all get older. You can't keep hitting homer all the time. You're not going to do it. So he's got to give way to the new guard. And I think, unfortunately, he's going to have a painful process because he's not helping it. He's making it a thing that anyone who has anything against him, it almost invites you to chant and root against him to watch it happen in public.
Yeah, but you know that, I have to say, though, that's why I love this win by Tiger Woods.
There you go.
And I like the win by Tiger Woods not only because of who he is, but because of what he's had to sustain through his own lack of judgment and work through to get to this win. I happen to think the polar opposite. I think this win puts him in a state of tunnel vision that we'll see this reoccurring much more frequently than we have in the last 3 years.
Oh, definitely, right, Vic? What do you think about that?
Well, I'm saying this.
He's definitely, in other words, he's mentally, okay, let's give him credit. When you go, most of us have done some things that we're not proud of somewhere. We may not want to talk about it, but we have that.
Right.
How one comes back in the face of embarrassing yourself or doing something that you're not proud of, how one comes back from that is also a very great testimony to your spirit.
And think of the media exposure that he got for being who he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then now look at the negative media exposure he got from a lack of sound judgment.
Right.
And having to compound playing professional golf with having to deal with the media always in your face in a negative light. That certainly takes a character that's uncommon. And the suggestion that he won this on the humbug because everybody else just had a letdown day, that just doesn't wash with me.
Oh no,
It doesn't wash with me at all. See, like you said earlier, Mario, as careers go on, everybody's career goes south at one point or another. But consider where he started and the talent that he had, and think of where he was and how long it's taken him to snake dance through the adversity of bad decisions and still be the winner that we associate him to be.
Still very admirable, right? And he's charted a path.
Yes.
And shown a level of discipline, and certainly none can. His dedication to his craft, no matter what you do, you have to admire anyone who takes that degree of dedication to their craft.
And to answer the question, is Tiger Woods back or is it just a blip? I think we may know better at the end of the week when we see the TW logo sales numbers,
right,
and see whether they're down like they were before he won,
right,
or if they're up because he won.
The part I love about
that's
this,
a good way to judge it, huh?
The part I love about this is when you reach a pinnacle of success, that when you lose, you win.
Yeah.
The one thing that he gets is that he's still, everybody knows when he makes a shot, and PMC, thank you, out of Pittsburgh, great shot. When he hits a big shot, there's an elevation above the other players hitting. Even in an off game or off tournament, and I don't mean game, but you're major. When he's not hitting and somebody else is hitting, they just want to see the shot hit. When Tiger hits a special shot, it has such enormous force because it represents all these other things. And I go, this is, when you've made it in this industry, because we're in a, I hate to say it, the ROI, what I call return of investment. That when you go in the downturn, they go, you know, my sales go up because I mobilize an effort that way. So I like what he's done. I don't think it's a blip. I don't think he's back to 2000, but I think he will steadily get better.
I have to be honest and say that I don't know if he'll ever be back to 2000.
Right. Or
But-
should he be? I mean,
But the other side of the coin, at least for me, is look at the changes he's gone through with his shot, with his stance, with his grip, with his hip, with his knee. Name another golfer that's had the physical challenges that he's had in the last 36 months and achieve what he's achieved in the last 30. In other words, put yourself in his position. Okay?
Now or when he was back with all the
Pick whenever. Put yourself in his position.
When it's a good position.
He was at the top of
wonderful
his game.
Right.
He made a bad judgment. He was at the bottom of the totem pole. They were talking about him wondering if he was going to make the cut.
Right.
And less than a month after, ESPN was running if he was going to make the cut or not. Now he wins a major that he's won before.
It is. That's right.
Okay? You cannot take away the significance of the win by the individual in the tournament that he was in and come to the conclusion that he is at least a major percentage back to his prowess on the golf course. He's still the cat that's hitting three, that's on the green and putting in 3 on a par 5.
Totally, and actually that's the position.
And that's
we
not
took
going to
too.
change.
No,
man.
he's going to still. The issue will be, to me, when he comes up against that talent that specifically gets recognized as the leader, because that hasn't really happened in the way that negates him yet. At some point in time, he's going to have to deal with the concept when he becomes the second. And clearly the second or third or fourth best player. That's going to be the issue.
And look at the tournaments that are still yet to occur.
Right.
Okay?
Exactly.
When he does the Pebble Beach thing,
he's going to do it.
Everybody going to be looking at
it.
No,
that's it's a win.
Why? It might have something to do with the fact that he's the youngest Pebble Beach winner in the history of the tour.
Right.
So we can't sit here in judgment of someone and not acknowledge the significant changes he's gone through to get his game to where it is. That in and of itself separates him from the rest of the field, at least in my estimation it does.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yes, it does. And now guess what that means? You guys got to fall into the category, Mario. You know what?
I'm trying to find my
You look at what he said.
I
You know what,
correct
Mario,
sound
you see what-
effect
see
for
what he
the.
does? You see what he does? You see this? That's all right. That's okay. You see what he's doing? But I want you guys to realize, I run this. And if it wasn't for Lillian being in here, I would say the words that I started off this broadcast many years ago saying, I run this beat. Okay.
I wanted to say something about Tiger.
Here we go.
Oh. It's really quite complimentary.
Oh, here we go. All righty, go. Let's see.
I would just like to say that I think before this terrible scandal, we all kind of looked at Tiger as this nerdy type of dude, very ordinary, very boring, just a great golfer, but nothing, nothing else.
Right.
There, in the way of,
this.
He wasn't a sex symbol.
Right.
But I think that now he might very well be.
Oh.
Well, I can tell you the chat room, Lillian, sort of echoes some of the stuff you're saying, because what's interesting is I look over there, Phil, the fellas are kind of rooting for him in like a brother-to-brother way. Like even some of the comments.
Okay.
Now, Tiger's still macking. Y'all don't even know. He's out there.
Watch this. Let me just say
this. They're backing him.
First of all, I want to see the men, not that I endorse what he's done.
Of course not.
But the men are going like this. Yeah, he got swagger. He had swagger.
That's what they're saying.
Right?
That's what they're saying.
Now, on the other side, I have to sit there and give fair voice to women who says there's an example out there, you guys. You got to be very careful.
I think it's different.
I
think women are saying, "Wow, he has energy."
Well, you know what,
Lillian? He has that.
Look at
He's
Phil.
a big
Look at
freak. Oh my gosh!
It's good to know.
Look at Phil.
No.
Because some women, you feel like you can't support Tiger in front of some women. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that.
But I do think it's terrible. The demise of a family is always terrible. Phil and I have worked very hard not to demise our family.
All right.
And and we have a lot of fun. So.
Okay. All right. Well,
but there are those that don't.
Well, here's the part that's going to be interesting, because I have a category that we choose words from, and we always have to give a title where we believe what Tiger has accomplished here. Mm-hmm. And the terms fall under ballin', upset, let down, whatever, big pimpin', something for the ladies, and a new category for those who are trying to hang around too long called AARP, meaning that they need to get out the game. All right, so I just want you to know, for this topic we just discussed, and we're going to start with Phil. It's Tiger.
Thanks so much.
And you can combine them. You can say he's balling, he's big pimping, he's something for the ladies. What is he to you, Phil? I mean, with this one win.
For me, or how do I view his persona by the masses?
That's right. For the masses. You're representing one of the masses.
Okay. As representing one of the masses, I would have to say that this most recent win would be viewed by the masses as an upset. Why wouldn't it be an upset? Okay. Look how long it's been in between wins.
Okay, all right.
Okay?
Okay,
but
I got that.
Now, that's from the masses' perspective.
Gotcha.
Now, from my perspective, he's pimping straight up.
Is he doing something for the ladies?
And
he
is doing something for the ladies.
It's not for the money.
Okay?
He has plenty of money.
Yeah, it's not for the money.
Gotcha.
But just like she said.
Okay.
And this is a woman's perspective. So we have to kind of take this as serious, because what he was found to have been doing is very offensive to women. And if she's willing to forgive him, think of the other women out there that necessarily aren't golf fans, that are on the cusp of, well, he was wrong, but...
And he is a father.
And he is a father.
And Phil, remember, most importantly,
Oh,
if you can forgive Tiger,
here we go.
You can forgive me.
Right.
That's right.
Because none of us are perfect.
Right.
Because if we were perfect, we wouldn't be here.
Well, just like you said before, if you
had more money, you would be more sinful.
Let he who has not sinned cast the first stone.
That's right.
Okay?
There would be a rock flying.
Now, that's not to suggest that everyone that had an opinion about what he did did what he did.
Right.
But it is to suggest that if they did what he did, their laundry would not have been aired on national television.
Exactly.
Which has a significant correlation to the changes he's had to go through professionally, sociologically, mentally, how he deals with women. It's affected his entire life. For him to have to snake dance through all of that and sharpen his game and be at the top of his game to win a tournament that he had just won 6 years ago for what, three times in a row?
He's back.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, so now,
He's back.
So Lillian, let me just say this.
We know that, and we knew he would come back. I knew he would come back.
Now let me say this, Lillian.
Did we doubt that he would come back? That this would devastate him? This is
that's why I said he's going to have
The haters did.
No, well,
Yes, they did.
I get
They
that's
did
why
hate
they're
him.
He
haters.
was too
We don't care
disciplined
what
to
they
just
say.
drop out without a major injury. He wasn't just going to just disappear unless his leg fell off.
Well, look,
And the
can we
thing
be
is-
honest? Go ahead, dear.
Okay, can I
Sure,
say
go
something?
right.
Thank you. I know you have your views.
I love it. You guys got to come back regularly. I'm serious.
New sports.
Let me get in there and finish my thoughts. I really believe that Tiger's never going to be alone. I truly believe that Tiger's never going to have a hard time getting a girlfriend. And I really think that Tiger's going to have plenty of money for the rest of his life to do anything he gosh darn pleases. And he's always going to play a good game of golf. He just had to grieve a little the humiliation. But hey, there are lots of men out there that are doing the same thing, and they, it's just, I guess it's just the way of the world.
Okay.
As long as there are women throwing themselves at men, men are going to be weak.
That's right.
So
It wasn't our fault.
Honey, we
wasn't our fault,
can't,
Lillian.
we can't
It's these
help
women.
it. Honey, we can't help it, honey.
Wait a minute.
Hands off. Hands
So
off.
let me, see, I want to hear from. See, I think I already know what Lillian's going to say. He's balling. Golf is balling.
Yes.
Is he big pimping?
He is. I wouldn't call it big pimping because he has money. I think pimping, I think of making money, entrepreneurship.
Right.
But for him, I think he's just he's a developer, like Trump. Yeah.
Okay, so let me. And here's the one I think.
It's not pimping. It's development.
Well, the term we use, it transfers over to what you're saying. That he's usually successful. He's overcoming
And
things.
because he's successful, he has brand
Right.
recognition.
He can afford a lot of women.
Right. Now here's the part that
That's the bottom line.
here's the part that I can't help to say. Is he something for the ladies? Now be careful now.
Huh?
See, I want you to understand when you're representing what you think. Look at Phil.
I don't think he comes up to my husband's standards.
Oh, good
Right
answer.
answer.
It's a great answer. That's good. Phil is shaking.
Honey, you don't have to be politically correct here. You really don't. You can speak your mind, honey.
This is covenant correct.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so that's good. Now, you know what? Because we're going to be running short on time, I have to pick a couple of topics, and I'm just going to say which ones, and you tell me which one you want to talk about, because I knew he was going to spend a lot of time on Tiger. That was just a no-brainer. So what I'll do is this. Do we discuss Mayweather, fiance, going, fan mail, tweet, please, here's the address, send it to my baby's address, I'm going to be in jail, he's going to be in jail for 90 days. Do we discuss Chris Bosh is going to be returning for Game 5 against the Celtics in Miami? Okay. Do we discuss who's going to be the MVP or who is the MVP so far in the NBA playoffs? Which one? I'll go around the room. You just say the topic you want to discuss. Mario, I'm going to say you first without explanation.
No more domestic violence talks. So we don't need to talk about Floyd Mayweather. In the chat room, they're already posting all the information. He's in jail, 90 days, domestic violence. They're so quick in the chat room. They put that right in there. Okay. No, I want to talk about who's the MVP.
Okay, that's you, MVP. So let me go over to Phil. Phil,
MVP is fine with me.
I knew it. Now, Lillian, you just riding herd, aren't you?
I'm reading the chat room.
Okay,
Chat.
there we
This is
go.
interesting. Flossie's there.
Hey, Flossie.
Hey, Flossie.
Flossie.
Flossie, we love you.
Flossie should always get a special shout out.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
yes,
apologies.
Songbird HL.
Apologies here because the one person who is entered in this race who just did it at the very, very end of the regular season on into the second round of the playoffs. Missing is Tony Parker of the Spurs. But everybody has said it's still been a
incredible performance. Incredible.
Right. It's a
absolutely incredible. And I certain players, I like their vibe.
Yes.
So you have to say, so Tony Parker,
right.
Tim Duncan, there's certain energies that I just bond to.
Yeah.
I love Tony Parker's energy. I love his vibe and his spirit. He doesn't talk a lot of stuff. He just gets the stuff. And he focus. That degree of professionalism is so wonderful. So I have to admit.
And rare.
Yeah, I really like Tony Parker.
And reason why you don't see him in here, in this picture, is because I think there has been somewhat of a slight bias because it's the San Antonio thing. That name. The city doesn't ring the same way as OKC and Miami Heat. It's San Antonio.
Well, maybe OKC, but certainly not Miami.
Well, I'm just...
I don't know how, we started talking about, Charles Barkley's the one who started calling out the cities, Oklahoma City and San Antonio.
I know. Yeah. You don't do that.
They have the Alamo.
So the reason why I'm saying, I'm going to let you all tell me who you think is playing like no holds barred right now. I'm going to start with you, Phil, because I know you are on top of this with the Miami Heat. The Celtics are like they're making a game of it. But is LeBron the MVP? Tony Parker creeping up because they got that wonderful impact and coach called Popovich. They bring me the nasty. What do you think?
Okay, I in a synopsized version, I think it is justified that LeBron was the MVP of the regular season.
Okay.
I would not, however, suggest that he was the MVP of the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay. He's a couple of inches and a couple of three-pointers away from losing that choke ideology.
Because he has
that's affiliated with his name.
I know.
There isn't anybody that knows anything about the game of basketball that's not going to say that he's a wonderful player. But the other side of the coin, and every coin has two sides, suggests when he's put in a position to be the one to make the difference, in a couple of games, he's had the opportunity, and it didn't come through. Now, he's human. I'm not knocking that. But the suggestion that you can include him as the MVP of the playoffs when he hasn't hit the last shot to give them the win, I can't go there.
Okay. So who's your leading candidate?
Well...
Now remember, I'm gonna pull in PMC. I got you. I do believe Rondo has done some amazing things. On the team of the Celtics.
That's a valid.
Right. It's a good one. But you know what what happened to me? He shined more in the second round in what he's doing than the first. So I'm not saying he's not MVP. He's just took it to another level in the second round of the playoffs, more so than the first round.
And Rondo should be considered. But here's the other side of the coin. Rondo doing what he's been doing the last 3 games.
Yes. Love it.
It's been a stellar individual performance.
Yes, it has.
But he's got teammates that he's not protecting on the defensive end. That's why Paul Pierce has fouled out of a couple of games.
Yes.
And these series are going to the end.
And they have no backup center.
Right. And they have old legs.
Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of people criticize me about saying it because I'm old too. But old legs get beaten by young legs every time. Not sometimes. Every time.
So now, here's the part. This is the part I like. Mario, I'm going to come to you.
You got to go with, in terms of, to end it all up, you got to go with Durant.
I knew
you have to go with him.
I know. He's going with Durant because of what he did in the last game. And when you deliver, and LeBron had the chance to deliver.
And,
he did.
And also his persona, man. Look at when Durant is on, look how much better a basketball team Oklahoma is than when he's not.
Right.
If Westbrook is on and Durant isn't on, they're still winning the game.
I got
but they don't include the other members of the team in a cohesive winning effort, like they do when Durant is on. I don't think you can eliminate him.
Right.
I would call him the playoff MVP.
I'm going to reserve it for a moment because I know it's still early. Mario, what do you think? Who do you think?
I think all these points are wonderful, and that's why you have a divergence of opinion, and why in the chat room people are calling out Rondo. it has a lot to do with me of how we define most valuable player. If most valuable player is to be the person who has the best performance,
right,
versus the person, versus the person who is the most valuable role within their team.
Absolutely.
The point I made about LeBron, and I made it earlier, was even compared to past individuals. Okay, now I'm not saying he's better than a Michael Jordan. I'm not saying he's better than Magic. I'm just saying in today's way, you have never had a single individual that was asked to do more for one team.
True.
Other teams, you could turn to other people.
Right.
For the Magic still had Kareem.
Right.
And not only that, see what gets me is that Vic, we talked about this. I said, now remember, it also has to do with the way coaches coach today. In the old days, no coach would have used LeBron in the ways that they use him today because they didn't approach basketball like that. They just didn't. They didn't run the offenses like that.
Right.
So you would never have had Michael Jordan, even though he might have done this, or Magic might have done it like this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You would never have seen it done because they didn't even try it. The closest you may have come to a team that used someone like that is when the Lakers had Magic in that famed playoff game, right, where he came down at guard and he ran center.
Right.
He was running guard, center. That was you, but in general, you never see players asked to do these many things. To me, the part that amazes me about LeBron is the number of things that he has to do for this particular team. And that's why I was more saying most valuable, because that team without him goes absolutely freezes.
Right.
Okay. Now, Durant is my man, though.
He's in the next comment. He's the purity of the outside shot.
And Rondo also has been stellar.
Right.
But to me, I still go with LeBron, but mainly because I'm defining it differently. That's all. I think that's the same thing when it goes to Rondo's. A lot of folks do feel that the best performance is the most valuable player, and I can't argue with it. If that's what you're going, if that's our criteria, we're going to end up with a different answer.
Right. I think in closing this up, because we won't have to vote on who's balling and who's big pimping. We know they all are, but I will end it with who's doing something for the ladies. But I'm going to get to that in a moment. I believe that Rondo is unappreciated because he is Boston to me.
Well, that's very arguable in a similar way right now.
Because if that ball is not coming out of his hand at 6'1", doing the numbers almost comparable to LeBron, only thing that was missing is how much he did in the first round. Other than that, he would be my vote hands down because he's 6'1", doing on a team that's old.
Notice you're adding criteria.
I know that.
You're adding the criteria that because he has to overcome more because of his physical that he gets. So that means you can inherently give LeBron less because he's physically gifted.
And because he has better ammunition around him.
Yeah, but he has that's what I'm saying. He has the three musketeers.
I mean, right. I agree. And that's what I'm saying. So let me just say this, since we already hit that. Which Durant, Tony Parker, LeBron, who's doing something for the ladies? And I want Lillian to chime in because she sat over there quietly because I think the women's perspective is very important. We all know they're balling, big pimping. Who's doing something for the ladies?
Okay, honey, you have to say who's doing something for the ladies.
Who's doing something for the ladies?
Is it LeBron? Is it
LeBron.
Kevin Durant?
LeBron.
She said it right off.
See, it had nothing to do with basketball, did it?
LeBron to the third power.
Oh, wow.
LeBron,
Did you hear?
I think
Did you catch that?
Adorable.
LeBron to the third power.
Hey, Don.
That's my man. Don Wyatt in the house.
Right.
To the third power.
Nils in the house.
Okay, This is an easy one. So we know that right offhand. Something for the ladies is LeBron.
Yeah.
Right?
It's cute.
Close second is who? Watch this, ladies. Close second.
I don't remember the other.
Who was that choice?
That's all that's important.
It can't be Kevin
Rondo's
Durant
cute.
because he looks so uncomfortable talking to women. With that time with Harden, they had that commercial with Harden and Durant, and what was the model, the supermodel? They look so uncomfortable. They look so uncomfortable with that supermodel, like. That goes to show I can play, but if I have to talk to the girls, it's still a challenge.
Right. Oh, you know what?
We showed it on the show.
Block.
Dwight?
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they love him. They love him.
Well, I see this baby mama. I watch basketball.
Here
live.
we go with you,
Royce.
All right, no more of that. No more of that. Okay, this is wrong.
Watch it.
This is wrong. Okay, hey, look, you guys. I had to cut it short on this one because the MVP and the whole thing.
Right.
And we spent a lot of time on Tiger Woods.
It's on the Clippers.
So we're gonna go on Mario because it's time to go.
It's time to go to hot picks
because we just can
I
talk
just wanna
forever.
just
Everybody.
Time to get out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's New Sports. Victor Allen's own neo-urban looking sports. Hot, sexy. Brought to you by Victor Allen, the man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. That's right. Tune in for sports.
Victor, I love that photo.
Oh, you do?
Oh, it's hot.
Oh, look out.
Isn't it?
I'm getting credits. You like that?
Yeah.
I take Botox shots.
You do? Yeah.
I
It's
do.
been,
I eat chitlin sandwiches.
We can't guess his age.
Oh,
No, you don't eat no
age.
chitlin
I can't
sandwiches
guess your
either.
age.
No,
I
you
don't know
don't.
if you have gray hair. Maybe.
Please don't believe that.
You do?
I got gray hair. Yeah, you can guess my
You
age
are
all day
clean
long.
shaven.
I'll just lie.
Well, as you guys hear, you see they're excited. We're getting ready for hot picks. And we tell you about hot picks. Go to that drawer, that very special drawer. You know that drawer next to the bed? The secret special drawer? Go to your drawer, because it's time for hot picks.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
We're going to discuss these people.
He said, "What do we have?"
We are?
Yes.
We're going to pick the
But
models?
they're pictures right there.
We don't need these, or do we need? No.
I don't need
always.
them. I don't need them. Always.
All right.
Well, if you want to hear the music, if you want to hear, you don't
This
have
is going to be
I
fun
don't wanna hear the
because
music.
this is where we actually have our own version of having judges on the fly. And judges on the fly know one thing we do well. We look at pictures every day and we mentally score them. We do it every time we see somebody. When you go to the club, somebody walk by you, that decimal point hitting you all day long. So we have fun with hot picks because we rank 3 men, 3 women. They're on the stage of rage, models, 1 to 10. In the first round, you get to select your number based on personal, commercial, dungeon, angelic, whatever. But when we come back around, you are the big Hollywood producer and you got to pick the one you think to make the most cheese. You can go over 10 if it excites you. But remember, don't let Mario do a dissertation on his choices. Because he tries to drive the choices. And I don't want him to drive the choices.
Of course.
So understand now.
So give us a time. 2 minutes, 1 minute, 90 seconds.
Mario's not going to abide by it. No, it won't make any difference. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. Now, the ladies always go up on the stage first because it is a female world in modeling. The men, we just try to chase it to see if we can represent. So I want
So
you
we get to go
understand.
first, ladies, because we run this place.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't say it. Okay, now this is how we're going to do it. We're going to start off with a Christian viewer out of Charlotte, North Carolina. She says
She's a
sitting on the dock of the bay. That's all she's doing. If she's sitting on the dock, she looks like she's standing up to me. Now, this is a model who's saying, here I am. Now, because we have...
That's what she's saying?
Yeah, that's what she's saying. So this is what we're going to do. Because I know you have to have the example. And I know who I want to go to first because she can't stand when I go to her first. And that's Lillian. Lillian. There you go, Lillian. Now, I
No,
want
you just
to
want to get me out of the way.
I know I don't. I just want to see what you think.
We got to get your opinion on these spikes.
Well, actually, she is very toned and fit. She's got great gams. She's got. I think I like it. I like it. I don't know. I think I would have done something a little different with the hair. She could have even gone afro and set it off. Anything.
Yeah.
But I don't like the way the hair is falling over on the. But otherwise, I give her a
1 to 10.
I'd say a 9.5.
9.5.
Not bad.
Yeah, no hater, no hater.
Is that cool?
That's good. Wait a minute, you're going to try to get validation. You can't get validation. Now watch this. I'm going to go to the second young lady. I'm going to take it out of order this time. You know, our co-host is going to sit back and tell you what beauty is about. Tell me, what do you like, what do you don't like?
Miss Winnie.
This is what she does.
Actually, I agree with Lillian. I think that her body is toned. I actually like how she's posing. I got a little bit of an issue with her head, how she's holding it, and it also seems like they did too much airbrushing or something on the face, so it looks not natural to me.
Okay.
So for me, I would give her an 8.
Oh man, you took off a couple of points.
I
didn't
left
you?
the body. Though.
Wow,
I left the
wow,
body,
wow,
and
wow.
I
Okay,
can see that.
okay. Well, now you notice I'm saving Mario for last. I'm gonna go to Niels because I know this is a man who's around.
Yeah.
One.
He said 30.
You're trying to get me in trouble, is what I don't know if my wife is watching this or whatever.
It's just a game, Mrs. Mills. It's just a game.
Smart man. Smart man. Smart man.
Yeah, next time bring her. She'll
So I'm
like
not going to elaborate why.
There you
like
go.
us.
Smart man. No, you know what?
Yeah, he's
if
smart.
they
But,
all,
you know, I
Wanna
think
meet you.
she's a beautiful young girl. She should get all 9 points at least, I would say, you know. And if you have to criticize anything, I would say the bathing suit should be matching top and bottom. That would be my
Really?
preference. Other than that, I have nothing to complain about.
Okay.
So that's a 9
Oh,
to
my
Mills.
wife
That's a
texted me
9.
that.
He gave her a
He
9.
gave her
give her
9.
9. Not bad.
Okay.
Anybody want a biscuit?
Now I got I got to go big pimping over here because he's wearing that jacket and I want it.
Yeah, Mr.
I
Wyatt.
got man. I don't even want to ask you because I
Don
think
Juan Wyatt.
You know, he just Don. See, you messed up my lead in. See, he took the wand, and I was about to go there. See, I told you Mario chimes in and likes to lead everything. Don Juan, while you getting fed, give me a score, man. What do you
Take the
think?
one I broke there.
Because he's being seduced by biscuits. We
I
have
know.
biscuits on air, y'all.
Hot biscuits.
No one has
See,
that.
the thing
From
is,
Popeye.
the thing is, I can't feel her personality.
I understand.
Without hearing her voice.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be like immediately drawn to her without hearing her speak, but
Mainly saying yes.
Imagine she was deaf mute. She was going to use sign language.
but the airbrushing thing, I don't mind that. I really like the stripes on her bikini bottom. And are they checks or whatever? They look like stripes. Yeah.
Bad monitor.
Good
Bad
Lord.
monitor.
I don't know what that is.
And I give her a high rating.
Thank
What's
you,
the highest you can give?
1 to 10.
Yeah.
1 to 10.
Yeah.
Give it a 10.
But I really would like to hear her say something like, "Hello, how you doing?
How you doing?
What would you like to hear her say, Don?
Hello, how are you?
That's it.
What's her name?
So then,
Poppy,
now,
Poppy.
now, Phil.
Holla at your boy."
Phil, you're always a man of taste.
Yes.
How tasteful is this young lady wanted to
Be free. Be free to.
She's pretty tasteful, I'd say. I would say. Now, the photo, it's a beautiful photo even if it has been touched. It's okay.
Okay.
She certainly puts her most befitting attributes to display, which would probably garner votes that she doesn't really deserve.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's a B cup. That's a B cup.
You know what I'm saying? But she's working what she's got, and she's trying, and I'm not angry with her.
No, you're not.
Okay? So, it's a danceable beat. It's
a danceable beat.
It's a danceable beat. I like the story. It's easy to dance to. I'll give it an 85.
Oh my God, 85, so that's 8.5.
Yeah,
8.5.
8.5. All right. Mario, go ahead. Now, I know.
Well, I have a whole different criteria.
I know.
It's much more organic. I rate them based on how much I want to bone them.
Okay. No.
Now, it's a male fantasy thing. It's like why we read National Geographic, places we're never going to visit. But we just want to imagine. Because this is how I joined the Gathering Club at the Sperm Bank.
Okay, I do not endorse
I had to
this.
have this kind of inspiration.
I do not endorse this.
If you go down to the Sperm Bank, they have my picture in the lobby.
Is that good money? Stream of income, literally.
So I love it, Vic. This is why I have a cellar. I would put her in there, gummy bears and Nutter Butters.
Okay.
I give her a 10.
Okay, I'm glad.
I keep her locked up. You never see her. 10.
Wow.
Because I'm thinking about the children.
Okay, I know.
I need to impregnate someone soon. Don't have long.
Not long.
So I would. She would work.
I'm sorry. Like I said, Mario, I'm going to make you go first on the next one.
Where
This is
was
not
she
right.
on the list? How many are we? How many is?
You get 3 ladies.
She's 9 when
Number
They'll
one.
take her forever.
I know. See, what I'm trying to do, the part I love about this is you guys are giving a dissertation, but the man who knows how to do it, Niels is smart. The man, he knows how to get right to it. He just says, it's simple.
Well, let's test him on this next picture.
That's right. I'm going to Janelle Danger. Janelle Danger says, blondes do have more fun. Now, Mario, bring your picture up a little bit. There you go.
Oh,
now, I'm going to do
okay,
this.
wait, I got to shrink this one down.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're going to
baby.
do this
Okay.
from... See, I hate this. Gwen's going to take it right off the top.
You come out back to drive what's up
Mario,
front.
stop encouraging. Okay, stop encouraging. Now, Gwen, I want you to keep in mind all types of modeling. This is all types of modeling. You can...
Gwen,
Okay, now.
Gwen is looking like your mama when your mama catches you reading Playboy.
It was better lower.
Okay.
Okay. You couldn't see the legs. Yeah, like that. There
Oh,
you go.
no. Go
There
ahead.
you go.
Come on, Gwen.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
you know what? I actually like this more so than the other one because you can see her, you can feel the energy from her on this picture. The other one
that's what I'm
was like,
feeling.
it was just too, watered down, and that's what you feel it and would like to feel. So, the only drawback that I have is the tattoo.
Yeah.
But other than that, I like her. I'd give her a 9.5.
Wow, there you go.
All right.
I like that.
Wow.
All right, everybody, I got to get the little...
Oh, see, yeah, but that's encouragement. Now, Mario, because you do a long dissertation, can you kind of speed it up?
Oh, I think she's exotic. I think one thing, you know what? As a man, there's always those women that you respond to, but they scare you. Okay, because you go like, I'm going to get in trouble with this. I know I'm going to get, this is not going to be good. This is not. And that's one thing about her. Extremely seductive. But man, I feel like I'm going to get in some trouble. I give her a 10.
You give her a 10.
She is exotic erotic.
She is.
She is
exotic
beautiful.
erotic.
And she has a nice body.
Yeah.
Now I have my due diligence. Mac Portals in Washington says she scares me. I'm gonna give her a 7.
I told you.
See, this is not
See,
right,
I knew
Mac.
it. I know.
Mac,
Don't be scared, Mac.
See, Mario and Mac are made up in the same thing. If
We
a
get
woman
scared.
looks like that, they can be intimidating. They go down. But this is a woman who looks. She's beautiful.
We had a bad
she's gorgeous.
experience.
Can't hide from love.
She's
though.
confident.
Forever.
Yeah, okay, now let me take it over to Niels. Niels is the man.
No, I agree. I like her spirit.
Yes.
What comes across in this picture to me, or look at the face, the expression, the unusual haircut,
Nice.
and you got somebody with individuality, and I love that.
Exactly.
I love that.
It's called bald.
I know.
All right.
So, but for a lot of women, that doesn't work. For her, it works.
Yeah, it does.
She has a unique.
Right.
So she pulls it off fine. I'll give her a 9 as before.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
9, everybody.
There we're gonna get a 9.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's take it over to Lillian.
Okay, I have a lot to say. She's really cute. She seems intelligent. She doesn't seem like she's just a vamp. She's really, really, really cute. And I wonder why she's bald. I wonder if she's sick. I'd like to just pray for her. And,
Yeast infection.
Oh, Mario. Mario.
Lotrimin cream.
No, I really would. If there's really something going on there.
Mario, this is a picture.
Never let it get in my way.
This is a picture. Go ahead.
I like it. I like her makeup. I like her skin. I'm not a tattoo person. I really don't like tattoos, and some of my family members who I bore have tattoos, but I like hers because it's not a sleeve, it's a glove.
It's a glove, and it's tasteful.
It's tasteful. It's very flowery. Kind of goes with. She can wear that for the rest of her life. I think I'm going to give her the same thing I gave the other girl. Maybe I should give her even more. I think maybe I should give her a.
I'm sorry.
She's gonna have to watch her weight as she grows older, though. She could wind up being fat.
I think the men are already watching.
But that's what happens when you build
grader, honey.
In our day, we call that stacked.
Oh, okay.
When you're stacked, you really
She's
have to
stacked.
because I've seen a lot of my girlfriends who were stacked in high school, and they are fat little women now.
Yeah.
But gravity does have
right
an effect.
now, she's in the now.
But right now, she's in her.
Could you give her the grade so we can move
She's at least I say 9.5. 9.5. Now she's not
So
a 10.
y'all gotta go home.
But she's close. Maybe 9.6.
No, okay, 9.5. I love. This is what you guys go
I
through a
love it
picture
too.
moment. Oh, I went blue screen. I'm sorry. I
But
can't
she's
help
lovely.
it. You guys are killing me on this one. Don
Isn't
Juan.
she lovely?
Watch this. Just Don
Yes,
Juan.
sir.
Big pimpin'. Big pimpin'.
She's has a nice like snarl kind of in her face. It's very nice, and can't tell if she's smiling or if she's mad. If she,
You want to hear her voice?
Never know.
but I'd give her the 9. I'd give her the 9.
He gave it a 9.
That's what they're calling it now, Vic.
I know.
The 9.
Because you go perfect. You go perfect. It's kind of hard. People have their measurements.
Yeah.
Don wants
Everyone
that one.
does.
Now Phil. Well, come on, Phil.
Okay, the picture is sultry, sensuous, provocative. She has a fairly interesting look. I'd say she's a strong 9.92.
Yeah.
9-2.
9-2. Okay, good. All right. McCourt Townsend Washington. I think I may have messed up on your score. I saw you said 10 substance on the previous picture, and then you downgraded. So I'm not sure. So you have to come back at me, man. Clear it up for this choice so I can get it back to the people.
Calibrate your arsenal.
Yeah, that chat room, they in there because
There.
y'all some sick puppies in there.
Now our last female, everybody got to vote. We're going to take it back the opposite way. We're going to start with Phil. Kirsty is out of Long Beach, California. She says, just let me stare at what makes you tick.
Lord.
Okay, Phil.
That's not even fair. It's not even fair.
What? Very well put together. A very angular face.
Wonderful lipstick.
Exceptional lipstick.
That's what I like. Lipstick.
Yeah, she looks like she could be a nasty girl. She could go 9.4, 9.5.
Gwen, you all right? Good night.
I love her
I love how
collarbone. Wonderful clavicles.
he says that so intellectual.
I know. I love it.
A nasty girl.
Okay, let me take it to Don Juan.
Where did you get that from? Nasty.
I gotta
To the top, honey.
She's very, very, very lovely, and
You want to hear her voice?
good Lord, I want to hear her voice once again. And
Does she speak
but
English?
she can definitely talk you out of some money. I know that much.
Take my credit card. The one with that
she's
low
one of them.
limit.
She's one of them. Just look at you a certain way.
She's an old man's
Kirsty
nightmare.
from Long Beach.
Yeah, she's old man's nightmare.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you give it a grade?
I give her
Don't lie.
a 9.5.
9.5. He's safe. He did. He's safe. He's safe. Let me say this. Okay, I'm sorry. You got me laughing so I can't take it. Let me get Mac 4000 Washington. Mac has his own numbering scale. He said 12. So all right, that makes sense.
He says it's a heart attack waiting to happen.
Right. He said a heart attack waiting to happen. I know.
I'm afraid to give a 10 because somebody else might come better. It keeps on getting better and better.
I know. Everybody's saving
Saving your 10s.
But what the chat room has done is say we give drop 10s, 12s, and 15s over and over
They
again.
refuse to follow rules. They don't follow them.
Oh, okay. Now, Lillian, did I?
Not yet.
Yeah, here we
But
go.
I like it. I like her. I like that whole thing she has on that onesie.
The bodice.
I like the sheer stockings with the shimmer.
Okay.
I like that. I like the shimmer on the shoulders. I like the shimmer on the chest parts. And color.
I didn't even notice that. Oh, she has chest. Oh, wow.
And,
Gee.
She's really cute. She's really cute. She looks like she's fit. Love the eyes, love the makeup, everything. Because I used to look like that, I'm going to give her a 10.
Go Phil.
A 10. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, man, there you go. I like that.
10.
Wow. 10. Wow.
Honey, you have to be. You have to know that there is no after you. There is no other 10.
Yeah. Good work. Everybody pay attention.
Yeah. Wow. The Mac.
You too can stay married. Practice saying these things.
Let's take it to Niels.
You can't top that.
Yeah, well, hourglass body shape, great tits. So I'll give it a 10.
That's German style.
I can say 10,
That's
right? It's HBO.
Niels is getting the spirit of hot picks. Right now, he's growing into the show. He's getting the full feeling now.
I think Niels is the only true honest man in
Niels
here.
is
I think
real.
he is.
I love it.
He's just straight going,
Good,
no
good,
holds
good.
barred. I got to give it to you, man. You're the man. Oh my God. Okay, now let me take it up, Mario.
Oh, you know me.
I know.
I think it's only 10 cc's.
So there you go.
That simple.
And I need to sow those oats when they're drying up.
Right.
So I give her a 10.
I knew you
Is
were
there
gonna give her
ever
a
a doubt?
No, it's not a doubt.
Hell no. You would. Oh.
Now, are they
Lord.
real?
I wouldn't even come outside.
Are they real?
Unless it was dark.
Where's Mario?
And nobody can see you.
What do you think? We should ask, are they real, Mario? Because I didn't think about that in the beginning.
Whether they're real?
Are they real?
Yeah.
Are her shoulders?
Real's overrated. It's overrated, real.
They're real.
I like fake too. Fake is all right with me.
Yeah, her shoulders are
Fake,
real.
plastic.
We might have overlooked one thing. His sentence says, "Just let me sit, stare." Shouldn't be sit and stare.
Just let me sit, stare, and what makes
Victor
You may not
Allen,
be able to get my money.
Victor writes. First of all, Victor writes those things to entrap you.
Victor wrote it.
Don't
Okay, she
believe
didn't write it.
those-
Okay.
Don't believe it anyway. It's a trap.
It's not a trap.
It's a trap.
No, Mario's protecting them. I'll take the hit. But I know you guys judge. I love the idea that the women and the men, how they see things, it's going through this whole. So this is what you guys do when you see somebody. You take them through this whole thing. But Niels is the lesson. He said, it's simple, man. It's just bam.
We'll flip the cards on them because now they're going to have to deal with the reverse. It's about to be ladies' time.
It's a little different this time. Now, the men will have to let them off the hook for a different reason because men don't like judging men. But what we'll do for the men, because the women are going to judge.
Well, let
accordingly.
me.
I'm gonna get you. I just want to explain something to them so they know it's coming. Because Mario's bringing it in. I know. So you guys don't be uncomfortable.
Look at the fellas.
You're going to vote on a different criteria. It's not what you think. So let me go on over to Gwen because Gwen has to sit back. Gwen, stop making that face. Did you get to vote for our last female? Did you get to go in?
I didn't vote.
Oh, let's go
for
back.
That's
I'm
what I'm
sorry.
saying.
She caught up with the man.
You're right. That's
No,
what
let's
I'm
take
saying.
it back. Come off of that. Let I know. Exhale.
So actually, I think that she's a great product. I think that, and it doesn't matter if her breasts are real or not. I think she has beautiful eyes. I think her lips, her nose, everything is fine. I think that, she can do a lot of things. You can dress her up and, have her an exec. You can have her doing Playboy. You can have her, and her eyes, her expression, it's like they go right through you. So for me, I think she's a beautiful woman, and I give her a 10.
Whoa!
There we go. 10. So you know what the lesson is here? Yeah, the woman is dropping 10s a little bit more heavier than the man. Although the men are dropping them too.
We'll see how we rate the men.
Yeah, but we don't do those underlying things that you guys.
See, I don't get worried about that. I vote for who I think will be most popular in the pen.
It's a visual medium, dude. You can't hold it against us.
I know. And you know what? The wonders of technology. Today in medical research and progress, that you can actually show your full boobs without the nipple.
Yeah.
They take it away.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course, that's
Photoshop.
very
Boneless
painful.
chicken.
And actually being outlawed in many
How do they do
cultures.
that?
Boneless chicken? Who said that?
I did.
Yeah, boneless wings.
How do they do boneless chicken anyway? But anyway, but
It's
that's
a very
almost like-
similar process.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Because I think it's the outfit. I think it, the way it is, you don't see like
Right.
Venus Williams. You know.
That
Right.
photo, though, would suggest she does not have good intentions about who she's looking at.
Right.
Baddie. She needs punishment.
But if she's gonna dress like that, she shouldn't have good intentions. She should go all
That's
the
right.
way.
Well, that wasn't
with
almost,
this.
that wasn't going into the closet and couldn't find nothing else.
No, exactly. So she meant to wear that, and she meant to
Come on,
do what
now.
she's
That
doing
exchange ain't
right
no
now.
robbery.
So that's why I give it, because she's giving everything.
She's
It's like,
working
if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. And she can wear that anywhere because that's really not indecent exposure.
She could wear that anywhere.
Hell
with a
no.
jacket.
That is not indecent exposure because there's no.
Now, honey, let me ask you a
would
question.
not let you go out and
Could
dance
she
to
work
you.
for us and she come to work looking like that without
What
you getting
would
angry?
she be doing? honey?
Oh, she'd be helping you, dear.
Yeah. She'll be washing up dishes.
Whether you knew it or not, she'd be helping you.
Mario, I'm gonna say this. Wouldn't you love to have a picture of yourself where people talk this much about you?
I'm telling you.
And it's a good thing.
I'm telling you.
Because you're not sure if they want to see you with less clothes or more. Now, in your situation, I already know.
We know they do better with clothes.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Because, my man tits, although sensitive, they're not worth looking at. You don't want to see them.
Okay.
No.
All right. Now this is going to be interesting because women are going to judge this, but for the men, you guys have to rate the possibility that women would want to see you look like these men, and you have to say 1 to 10. Would your women want to see you like this?
I'm going to leave the room so that Lily can vote honestly.
Yes, I know what you're doing.
I'll be right outside.
Are you going to be okay?
I'll be fine.
Such a service to the community, a dedicated man.
Lock the
To
gate.
sacrifice by taking a moment of respite. Phil,
This is wrong.
we honor you.
It's wrong. Okay, here we go. Now, brothers and men have always said we can't find what it is that women want. If you're too big, too muscular, you complain. If you're too skinny, you're too bony. But you always like tall, relative, and it's always subjective.
They
You
like
can't
long
tell.
fingers and big
All
feet
this.
too for some reason.
Right.
I don't really understand. But
So we go out
I've
our
heard,
way. Now some of us got it rolling real good. Don already got it. He's Mac. He's already Mac. Nils, he's a pimp in his former life. We already know that. We don't worry about that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is pretend like.
What do you mean former life?
Remember your wife? Your wife?
See, this is what happens. See, I told you. Look, honesty is the best policy. I love this. So here's what we're gonna do. The men are going to go first, and the women are going to swing around because we have to try to figure out, do you want us to look like this?
Okay.
So we know Michael Letterlow, how he pronounces, out of Philadelphia. He basically said, must do the classic pose, and this is classic. The problem is
That's
it classic for men. For men. Now remember back in the 60s and 70s.
it's kind of awkward.
I know it is.
Greek
This is why I said
god,
it's a
Greek
remember.
goddess.
Now watch this.
S.
See, thank you.
Greek-
See, she got it. The Greek.
God-esque.
Thank you.
That Greek
That's
love, that
exactly
Greek
what it is.
love.
Lillian, you're here for a reason.
Yeah,
You're here for a
sculpture is
reason.
my
Got
thing.
me holding in my stomach.
And he has his arms. Some of the statues don't have their arms
That's
any
right.
longer.
So here's what we're going to do. Mara, you're going to be first. You're going to say 1 to 10. The women would like to see you pose, look like this with the tats and everything.
It's a 10. They want to see you pose like this, thrusting your pelvis as you contort your body into a position that otherwise you would not be in. So I guess he's trying to thrust his pelvis. I think he's got a little bit of a Woody too down there as he tries to stick it at everybody. And like I said, I tell Vic, I know them up at Corcoran State, San Quentin, that this is a very popular picture in San Quentin.
This is wrong.
You can find it in many of the cells.
Yes, I can see that. I can see that.
Really popular at the men's jail downtown too.
This is wrong.
So he's a 10 though.
And so the women,
and he has a happy face.
So the women would want to see you in this pose. I got that. A 10.
Yeah,
I would say that was the criteria.
They don't want to see me. But if there was, you know what? Yes, they would, because one thing, I always make them laugh. Vic.
Good.
They always laugh.
Keep them laughing, right?
Before they cry. they
Okay,
laugh.
all right, keep them laughing. Now, see, always. Now, here we go. We're going to swing it around to Nils, because I know women always want to see him in his best pose. Nils, what do you think, man? 1 to 10, they want to see your women that you know want to see you with a pose like this.
Well, really, give me a 3. Him a 3. It doesn't do anything for me. You know, he's like looks like he spends too much time in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, the women who like me look for something else. No, that's what I base it on. That's what I have to give him. You know, for him, he's in top shape. He's a coolie. I don't want to diss him at all, but you know, it doesn't do anything for me or the women that are into me.
And those some ugly shorts.
So you know what? Watch what he's saying here before I even get
That
the
was
number.
very good.
What he said, watch this, you guys. If he gives a low score, that represents the women who look at him as a 10 or a 9 or a high score. So what score are you going to give relative to this? Because you're actually complimenting the women for other reasons. So you're saying low score for that they would like to see you like this? 1 to 10? Low? Under 5?
Yep. That's what I said.
Because he knows the type woman that he likes or that likes him. They're not into that. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, his groupies.
Otherwise, you know, shit, I would have to go back and forth.
I get that.
I'm not going to get there, is what I'm saying.
I get that.
See, smart man. All right, John, you know, big pimping.
Yeah, well, hold up, wait a minute, ain't no pimping in it. It's just me. But it takes a lot of discipline to get there. He probably was in like a running back or something, or in high school or whatever. And so I appreciate cats that work out and do all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I play the piano.
Not working out.
What am I supposed to say? Like
the women would like to. The women you know who are familiar would like to see you pose and look like this cat.
Probably not. So I would say what, a 5,
there
6.
There you go. Smart man. See, they're catching on to it. So I can't give.
I just ignore your rules because I can never figure them out anyway.
I know you don't want to. There's a catch to it. It's always a catch. The part is it's so hard. Now wait a minute. Let me just say this. Okay. The hardest thing for men to do is to know what women like, right?
Yeah.
Or care.
Oh, well, Mario, you don't count.
You're being honest.
Yeah, you don't. So
it was good for me.
Right. So let me say this. So let me do this. We got this side of the floor taken care of, right? All right. I'm going to go to the host and co-host.
I can't wait for this.
I know. Mario. Did I hit you already, Mario?
I think so.
Yeah, I did. Gwen, did I hit you?
It's Gwen. It's just Gwen. She's been.
It.
I've been watching her. She's been fluctuating.
That's right.
From good to bad.
I know. I've seen her face.
She don't want to like it.
I know.
She don't want to like it, but she likes it.
Come on, Gwen. Be careful now.
Well, humming. No, I think that his body is nice. I mean, I always like 6-packs. I'm trying to get that too. I got one. I got a 2-pack right now. So
still in the fridge.
With a whole lot of stuff. It's like it's still in the fridge. And I mean, I get the whole, the whole pose thing and everything, but it really isn't doing it for me. It's like it's not ringing my bell. But I think he has, I give credit, like Don was saying, it takes a lot of discipline to have yourself like that, and he's keeping that up. So that alone, I will give him an 8.
Okay.
That's why I don't work out. See, he gets an 8.
He gets an 8.
That's why I don't work out.
Because he works out.
Yeah, I know what I'm going to get.
But that pose doesn't, that's not turning me on. I mean, because I really don't like that that much. I don't, I mean, his body's nice. But I don't like that pose that much. I'm not feeling that.
Yeah,
it's like it's forced, or he's doing it in a relaxed way. But it's not. If I were to see him, it would. It's not something natural to me. It doesn't look.
You like your men with their armpits shaved?
I don't mind. I don't mind. I really don't.
Yeah, what does Mario mean?
Well, when you get buff like that, doesn't the hair just sort of fall out?
Well, I mean, I think that
I wouldn't know.
I think that the main part about this is like the whole reason for the hair to be gone is because he's a model. And so they don't do hair.
And they don't like
You
that
would
in the
no,
pen.
No, because they want to have a smooth body to look as close to a woman's body. Not like that, but to have a smooth
They like it
look.
smooth.
So this isn't after winning a championship or something like that. This pose was not
Well,
taken.
he looks like a
This is
model.
a. He's trying to get work doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lillian, I will forever remember that comment. Does the hair just fall off?
That's why I came in. I heard somebody
More
say
muscle.
it.
That's
That's what she was calling me.
Did you vote, Lillian?
No,
I know. I'm coming to you now.
Right
Lillian,
now.
I've never heard anyone say, well, doesn't, when you work out, your hair just fall out. I would be scared if that was happening to my body. It just
Oh,
start-
yeah.
So I'm
Hair
going to
would
take it
fall
to you
out.
because you're gonna bring some
Steroids.
So tell me what you think.
Oh.
What do you think? Come on.
Develop a more feminine laugh. But I would give him a 6 because he reminds me.
6?
Yeah, he reminds me of an ex-boyfriend, and I just really do not like.
How does that count? How does that count?
I almost married him. I mean, that's
How does that count in the
I
vote?
almost thought I was
Lily.
gonna marry him.
You have to like put the bitterness aside.
Okay, that's a bias.
God save
That's a
me
bias,
and rescue
Lillian.
me. For Phil.
Absolutely.
You clean that up pretty good.
I could be waiting 10 years later for you to come through.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
A 6?
I don't know. And then, I look at him as if I think to myself, is he posing for a woman? Or
He's posing for himself.
Or
That's
it
what
could
I
be
get from
any,
that.
it could be any audience could be digging on that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm getting that.
San Quentin, they love him.
I think he's just being, he's into what his
I want to
body
hear
is.
him talk. I want to hear him speak.
Sound talks just like Mike Tyson.
Oh.
I know.
Okay.
Like, don't talk.
I mean, but I can't judge. But he's really, he's worked hard.
Yeah, he
Beautiful
has.
skin tones, all that stuff. But for me, a 6. I have too many memories.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
get that.
Wow. Okay. All right. Okay. We're going to go over to our next one. Now, hopefully, we can fly through this because this is going to be interesting. Now, don't laugh. The guy's name is Goose. Goose is from Calumet City. He says, I can work the Macy's menswear department, and it looks like that's the modeling fashion statement he's going after. Does
like one of the suits.
That he's wearing the suit. Now I'm gonna take it. Phil, you want to join in on this one? You want to? I mean, this looks like a Macy's department kind of advertisement. What do you think?
Well, the suit fits him good in the shoulders. It's a little long in the sleeve. It's a little big in the trunk of the bodice of the coat. He has an exceptionally long neck,
That's what I was about to say.
which almost makes him look animated to me. I don't know how women would perceive him to be.
That's how he got the long neck.
Right? Yeah.
He pulled out his ears.
Right.
Maybe that's why they call him Goose.
Yeah, that could be. It could very well be.
You think?
I probably have a better opinion if I could see a straight-on shot of him, seeing one side of his face.
I got you. You got.
I'd say 7.
Oh man, that's a 7
for the suit.
Man, yo, that's why I'm never in the hot picks.
No,
I haven't seen myself there either.
Wait a minute. Now I can tell you this is what's happening. To show you where you guys are going with this. Matt, all I see right now in the chat room is ha 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 ha.
They just laugh.
We got
They're just. You guys are hilarious. That's all I can say. Now I'm gonna take it over. No more big pimping. Just Don, the man, because this man wears clothes. You know what I mean? Macy's.
Sometimes, yeah. Wow, I can relate to the whole Macy's thing. Catch them on sale, I don't know. I don't know how to judge this one.
It's hard, really.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But he looks like a nice guy and
Looks conservative for you?
conservative. Yeah, conservative.
Conservative self.
You can't really tell. It looked like there's no real focus in his energy or anything to grab. So I would give him a 5.
There you go. So he says 5. He went neutral on me. That's pretty good. It's a win or a loss. Now I'm gonna go over here to Lillian because she always brings this flair. The armpit was the last one. Let's see what you're gonna do with this one. Okay.
Well, you know what? I really think he's a stellar looking guy. He's a great. I mean, he could be in the the Gladiator sequel.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and any, I mean, he's just a fine specimen of a man of sort of an African prince kind of guy.
Give us free.
Sort of like yourself, Victor.
Give us free. Thank you.
Same tribe.
Actually,
the neck doesn't bother me.
The neck doesn't bother you.
The neck doesn't bother me. It all seems to be proportionate. It's proportionate. You know, you can tell a lot by a man's neck. But
yeah, that's right.
Give us free.
Give us free. I give him a 10.
You give him a 10. Whoa.
And I love the suit. I love the way it fits.
Wow.
I
should have known.
Wow.
Well,
how tall is he?
You know what? The one thing I learned
He's 5'2".
It's just a very small
He's a little man.
And he's standing on a box.
He's 5'2".
No. Don't listen. I'm going to take it.
Where was hurt? Where was hurt?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gwen was going getting disappointed.
Oh, hell no.
She was gone. She was gone. Now, if I know it any better, Nils just followed somebody that dropped a 10. So it's going to be interesting to see what you think, Nils. What do you suit, you know? Ladies,
No, I mean, he looks, clean, professional. Got a certain elegance in his looks, so that's better. That's more like it. Like going back to the original criterion, we gotta give him a 7, maybe.
Dang, man knows what to do. He follows it. There we go. All right, there we go. Now, I noticed that Gwen was making some faces while Lillian was describing. She was kind of making some faces. So it made me want to come to you first, before Mario. And tell me what you feel.
Give us free. I think that he's pleasant, and because he's pleasant, he's not teeter-tottering too far on one edge or the other. I think that he's more marketable.
Yeah.
I love his skin, how smooth it is. He's pleasing. You know, he's not trying to. You can just market him any kind of way, and so for me, I'm going to give him a 9.5.
Wow. Okay. There you go. Can't be mad. All right. Everybody's in there. Mario.
You know, I was trying to decide whether he was Chris Bosh or whether he was sealed after they got rid of the scars.
That's wrong, man.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Because he does kind of look like Seal. And I do agree,
He's
you know,
classy,
and
though,
Chris
without
Bosh
the
has a
scars.
long neck too. When you see the pictures, he, you know, looks like a bobblehead. He does look like a bobblehead. But the guy, you know, I think he has a look that kind of speaks, and it also is a very pleasant vibe and energy that seems to come through. So I like it, and you know, I'm old school. I wear suits. I know some of y'all never do anymore, but yeah. So I still wear suits. So I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. So we see that the Macy's wear tends to bring people to a
Old
conservative
school.
point.
Old school.
But watch this last one. This last one, you're gonna before you roll. Don't even roll it yet.
Oh, cause they cheat and looking.
Yeah, I know they already cheating. I know.
Gwen trying to
I know. Like I said, that's okay.
We can't find it.
You're for the ladies. You do what you do. For the men, there's a time period here, and you have to go back and think about the time period and when you was going to wear this outfit, and the chances that your woman will be all over you if you wore this outfit. And Kevin Smith's out of Vegas, and he says you must represent the disco flavor or die. And we're going to find out which one of you guys will do this for your woman. If she's
staying alive, I'm staying alive.
That we're going to see what can you do. So I'm going to take it back now. Your woman is going like this: I will be forever your servant for the rest of your life, and then some. If you wear this for me, what is the chances you would wear this outfit? Phil, you're going to go first.
0.
Come on, go disco, Phil. During the disco time.
0. Even if I had hair. 0.
You wouldn't do that.
Where's your jump? Bring out your jumpsuit.
No, because Phil never dressed like that.
No.
Not for a moment.
I don't even know him almost all my life.
It's something new then.
Never dresses like that. He's always.
Did he ever take that?
You need to break new
He
ground.
would never do that.
But did he do that? Did he do that pose on stage?
Back in the day, Lillian,
Yes, tell me.
you know I love you.
I know.
Let me write a disco record.
But let me tell you this.
Go ahead on.
Phil Perry back in the day was fine.
Gwenny,
Yes, he
don't
was.
you tell anybody that.
I'm telling. He was, and he still is.
Give us free. He still is fine, but I'm just telling you. Back in the day, he was just fine. He was
Yeah.
just. It was like only a few that was in the fine category. He was that.
He's kind of on that.
He
border.
was that. Tyrone Perry was that. It was just a very few, and he was, but he never did that dress. He never would do
No,
that.
but-
He was classy even
Prince,
back then.
Prince has done this. So.
Well, yeah, but that's not fair.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But I don't think even Prince would do gold and orange.
I don't know.
Remember that?
You know,
It would have
Dominion
to
said,
have
I don't know,
some
Prince
purple
might. Yeah. Remember the butt cheek outfit? Remember?
Wait a minute. Let me tell you
Remember
something.
Prince with the cheeks out? Remember?
I'll say this.
All right.
I'll say this.
Howard
Ray.
Stern?
I'll say this. I know some of us know people, including ourselves, that we came from a period that jumpsuits were in.
I still
And
have.
everybody wore
I had a
them.
jumpsuit.
So I'm laughing going
No,
like this.
everybody did not wear them.
Not
I
Phil.
had one that was colored pink. By accident, but still.
Did you wear it? Really?
I mean, I just
Yes,
started
it did
wearing
go out.
pink shirts 3-4 years ago.
Pink
I never
was
really
hot for-
considered
Do you have a picture of it?
anything. Ties? No.
Pink was. There have been many times when pink comes in as a fashion fad and hangs for a while. Even in the yuppie areas, they were wearing that. Pink came in and people
I
were
tried
doing.
to dye it purple, it just didn't work.
I can tell you one thing. He reminds me, and I have to say this because Mackport Townsend already said, even with good drugs, no. Yeah, already said no. He reminds me of a group member called Switch. This is a group called Switch.
DeBarge, you say he looks like El DeBarge in the day? That's an indictment.
No, I ain't just saying
Philip
that.
Ingram.
And the women were
Russell
crazy.
Brand.
Light-skinned Philip.
The
Yes.
women were crazy over these guys. So I'm laughing because it's going backwards. So now let me go over to Don, because Don.
But Switch would wear that.
That's what I'm
Right.
See
saying.
what I'm
Is
saying?
that El
Right.
DeBarge?
So that's
No.
believable.
They would wear that, right?
That was Bobby DeBarge.
Wasn't it Bobby?
This looks more like
Somebody would wear that.
I never ever knew anybody to wear anything like that. In my generation.
None of your buddies.
Yeah, but you're a little younger.
But I
than
did.
us, so you
I did make it to Osco's like at the end of the disco period. Osco's on La Cienega. I used to love to go there. And the disco ball is very cool. But it looks like Barnum and Bailey to me. So
Yeah.
So is there a score, dare I ask?
Universal Soul Circus. So
Yeah. Cirque Soleil.
I know.
I mean, what are we judging? His clothes or
Yeah,
him?
remember the women,
Whatever you feel.
Remember the whole odd criteria is that the woman says, "Forever I will be your servant."
But
If
did
you
we
wear
get?
it-
Did we
with
get
the right woman, I'll put on Ronald McDonald's outfit or something.
Watch out, they hold you to that, Don.
They
They
will.
do.
With the right woman, I will put on Ronald McDonald's outfit and the wig and everything.
See, so the score potential for this, for you, when you say
Then they
that.
get
So
the
in
strap
that
on.
in that regard,
My respect level for you. Just
Yeah, that's right. Right.
a 10.
Right.
See?
I'll be Burger King.
See?
Just
Well,
watch
go
out.
on. See?
They gonna get the strap on. Don't sleep on your stomach.
Don't bend over
That's
in the
right, don't
shower
bend
to
over.
pick up the soul.
That's right.
You see, this is
Did
unbelievable.
Mario just say that?
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I'm
I'm
tripping
just
off.
telling you, I had a bad
So what
experience.
score did you get?
He got him a 10.
I give him a
He said
10.
he would do it for-
I would do that for the right
For
woman.
the right woman.
Nice.
Phil said no.
No.
All right.
So that would be a 0.
Yes.
You wouldn't do that.
He doesn't even rate for Phil. That's all right. No, wait a minute. Now I'm gonna go over to Neil. Neil, it's I don't want to say last dying wish, but go ahead. Would you do this? Woman says, "I'm
This
serving
outfit.
you."
Of course.
So you think? So is
I
it,
still own orange pants. And I can pull them off to wear them.
so is this a 10, a 9
Yeah,
for
of
you?
course, give them a 10.
See, look at
There
you.
you go.
We're there, Dad.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to her. We'll go there. Mac, you guys, I ain't gonna go there. Leave it alone. All right, now
Showbiz.
Mario.
Mac, that's not true. There were 48X
I know.
jumpsuits within the 70s because I had a
don't-
couple.
I'm not gonna talk about that. Mario.
I would wear this for my woman, because, but I also would go like, so I have some requests too after. So you know, if I do this, you know, you owe me. 'Cause if I do this, you really owe me.
Smart negotiator, I said.
Smart man.
But I'll trade it all in if I don't have to go to your sister's parties anymore for like the next 2 years.
So, what you dropping? What's your number you dropping? A 10?
Oh, I'm with Don and Niels on this. I do it.
Yep.
You know, I let him paint my toes one time, and then I said, "Get that shit off of there." But I want to paint your toes. I want to paint. Okay, I'll be the bitch for a moment. Here, do it. No, but I would do it. I give it a 10. I'll give him a 10.
There you go.
Because I'd be crazy too. I think it's totally crazy.
It is crazy.
But yeah.
Wait a minute. There's a group called the Polyester Players going to be playing down at the bar.
I know that.
They're going to be down here. And I actually sat there and said, you know, they went to a place wearing that stuff on the stage. All you could do is say their art reflected more than
that's right.
Just pictures.
Yeah.
So that's a hard picture. I'm not going to lie.
Look at the blue men.
I know. It's unbelievable. Now,
that's rough.
Now, Gwen.
It's a hard gig.
I like Gwen.
They paint their faces.
I like Gwen because Gwen always brings what reason, and she has to kind of. Is Gwen's conservative?
Low cut. That low cut.
Come on, Gwen. Tell me.
It's a low cut in there.
Come on, Gwen.
Right in there.
No. Actually, so we're going back. It's retro. It's very retro.
Yes, it is.
And I feel like the colors, because I like bright colors. I love bright colors. I think for what he's doing, he's very confident in it. It's his face, his eyes. He's working the suit. I actually like the suit. And I like it's nice. So I'm going to give him a 20.
Whoa! So she's the one who would do this to her man. So know that you get.
No, I wouldn't.
One day she goes, Gwen's gonna sneak it in. I got something to wear.
I know why you like this.
Does the initial start with Tyrone?
Oh, it was hot days in the day.
better call
Why do I like that? Why do I like that?
Look at the picture and tell me why you don't.
It's that low cut. It's that low cut right there.
No, it's my ex.
Oh, got it.
No, but as far as performing is concerned, I like this outfit because it's, you know, we don't know. He's not a Phil. But what he's doing right here is working. It's just working.
Wow.
His look, his stance is like, this is what's up. That's right.
Okay. All right. Now, okay. Now,
time to run it back.
It's time to run it back. Now, no more dissertations. Oh, did you vote?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, wait. It's a 10. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you can't re-vote now. It's a 20.
No,
remember?
But we can't do it 20. We can only go to 10.
You can do whatever you want.
So you give them the 10.
I give
and
him
you
a
keep
10.
the 10.
You pop a little
I'll
bit
keep
extra.
the 10,
what you want.
There you go.
You do what you
10.
want.
Lillian,
I'll hold
I
it.
was so stuck on the hair pit thing, I just lost my way. I apologize.
Okay.
So go ahead, chime in for me.
No, I really like the outfit. The only thing I find wrong with this picture, if it's a retro thing, and I think it's fun to dress up, and I went to a 50s party the other night, and it was real cute with the poodle skirts and everything. I think it's fun. I think it's good for the human spirit to do these types of things. I don't know what he's trying to, what kind of a gig he's trying to do.
He's serious.
But if this is like, if he's an impersonator, and I'm trying to think, well, who's he impersonating? But he's the 70s guy. He's the 70s guy. But I think what's missing in this picture are the platforms. And I would like to see the shoes.
You're right.
I would like to see the platforms. You can't see because he's got toes out.
He's got the gold.
I want to see
he's got. I remember Howard would wear shoes like that.
Should be square.
No. But Howard would wear those pointed shoes with the heel boots.
Like Prince?
Yeah.
Spanish heel.
Yeah,
wear
maybe
those too.
so. But I would still like to see the heel. I think if he could have turned so I could see the heel, I think that would have made it a little bit more authentic because, of course, that was my prime in those days. But I know these things. So, other than that, I would give him a 9.9.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Fellas, so obviously the take-home messages look like this.
And that extra point in there, make it a 10.1.
You can do whatever you want. Go ahead. You go 10.1. Matter of fact,
does that feel any better to you?
And I'm gonna give you. And Gwen, Mac Port Townsend Washington said, "Let's talk about that Gwen. He wants to talk to you. I think you struck a nerve.
He said 20.
What does he want me to say?
He just wants to hear your voice.
Yeah, he's questioning. He said 20.
Okay, look. You know, I said 20. I was just actually what I was trying to do was exaggerate because my real number was 10. Because I think he's doing everything that he's doing. He's going all the way there. The suit, to me, I like the suit. I mean, look at me. I have a sequence right here. A white
we were going
sequence.
to talk to you about that.
Yeah, well,
And it's the middle of the day.
And it's the middle of the day. I talked about being
Yeah, but
who you
yours
are.
isn't open like his.
It's not open like that, and I will not do that. But he didn't go all the way. He just gave you enough. He just gave you a sample.
It's getting kind of close
I
to low
think
cut.
that he's a 10 as far as the look, as far as his presence, because he is present in this photo. That's why I gave him a 10. So not a 20. I was just exaggerating, but I do give him a 10.
So let me wrap this up. You like nipple shots.
No, and see, let me tell you, I didn't even notice the nipple.
Oh, really?
The nipple.
He's got a beard and he's not hair.
But the hair is in the right place. It's not all over here. You know, like a. Like
I didn't even look at the nipple.
Jungle.
Now see, I may jump to 20. No, I just like the shot.
Wait a minute, let me say something to you.
And I like bright colors.
Gwen, you're doing an excellent job of looking how men do when we fail to say we weren't looking at her breast, but that's okay. I got it. I feel you.
She's not looking at
I was looking at that V. You see the V past the waist.
I'm not really looking at it.
He's getting a little woody too.
I like the appliques.
I said little woody.
Little woody. The appliques.
All right.
I wasn't looking at that.
I know. Okay.
It's the appliques.
All right, you guys have had a wonderful time. Now we're just going to go around the room. I'm going to take it from Phil, and you're going to vote for you're just going to say the number. Who's your number 1 and who's your number 2? Who can make the most cheese for the men in any form or fashion? You're the big Hollywood producer.
Okay.
Let's start. Roll back just to give them a review, Mario.
Kevin Smith right there.
Out of Vegas.
Disco Duck.
There you go.
Disco Duck.
Macy's.
Give us free.
You know what that
Give us free. That's a symbol right
there. And
Michael.
San Quentin speaks.
Okay. So, Phil, who's your number 1, number 2? All you got to do is drop the number.
Based on what everybody else has said, I'd say that number 3 is number 1.
Okay.
And I'd say that number 2 is number 2.
There you go. All right. Let us take it over to Don.
Yeah, I think I agree with Phil's assessment there. I think number 3 is number 1, but I think number 1 is number 2.
Ah, got you. Okay. All right. So we got a split on that one. Let's take it over to Lily.
Okay, I think that number.
That's 1. That's
I think
2,
number
and that's
2
3.
is number 1, and number 3 is number 2.
Okay. Wow, man, but number 1 is okay.
Number 2 is number 1, then number 3.
Well, Nils has already told he has color in his
Disco
phone.
Boy, and then second one would be the guy in the suit.
See, there you go, easy. Mario.
Yeah, I'm going to echo that. I think it's the Disco Man.
Wow.
Just don't sleep on your stomach.
Okay.
And then the man in the suit.
Okay. And Gwen, I think we know you're number 1.
No, so you'll be very surprised. You'll be very surprised.
I will.
Can we go down to the number? Okay, you could be very surprised, but you wouldn't be because I'm gonna pick number 3 as number 1, and let me tell you why. Because if you take all of this hot, these hot colors and everything off of him, he would make a great model. You slick that hair back. You can throw him in a nice suit. He can do a lot of things besides stand up there and look like a sex symbol. I mean, he has looks that you don't know what he is. He could be whatever, and he's marketable as well.
She exclaimed, tongue in cheek.
Right. Like I to see him in a Rocky Horror Picture
I'm
kind
saying
of
that
outfit.
if I were to take this suit off of him.
Gwenny, it's a family show, honey.
No, okay.
You still going there, Gwen.
If I were to change his suit,
You can take it off of him.
Beachwear.
You can take it off of him.
Even in beachwear,
I like
he would
the
look
hands.
great. If he would put a suit on, if he would jeans and a nice tee, he would do good in that. So I'm giving for sure. He's my number 1, and for my second pick, it's going to be number 2.
Okay.
Because he still has that pleasing look. He's like nice chocolate.
Yeah, nice guy.
You know, he's Yeah, no, that's my name.
Well, everybody seems to be almost a consensus.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't think the disco guy was going to actually do it that well.
I didn't
thought he was
either.
going to come in last most of the time.
Can we go to the girls?
It's time to come up for that.
Okay, ladies.
Come the ladies.
Whoa!
All right. You guys know the rules.
Let me refresh your memory.
There you go.
Kirsty. Kirsty.
Where's she from?
Long Beach. LBC.
Yes.
But we know we nicer to when you local. All right.
Man.
Oh, Janelle Danger. I see when they name, they come like that name Danger, and you would still do it knowing their name is Danger.
And she's from where?
She's from Owing Hills, Maryland. Owing Hills, Maryland. I never heard of that. And we forgot a little bit here. A Kristen Brewer from Charlotte, sitting on the dock of the bay. So, fellas, what do you think? 1, 2, and then 3.
We're going to start with Phil. Phil, who's your number 1, number 2?
Number 3 is number 1. Number 2 is number 2.
Man, it's so fast. Take it over to Don.
Number 3 is number 1. And number 1 is number 2.
He likes his legs. He likes his legs. All right, Lillian.
You have such a sensuous way of saying it.
Sounds good in the headphones.
It really does.
Too many years around here.
It's my voice.
Sorry.
I know, it's all Phil's fault.
It's my fault now.
Don's getting into it now.
Okay, I think number 3 is number 1.
Wow, okay.
Wait, well, let me see.
Let her see.
No, I think I'm going to go with number 2 is number 1.
All right.
And
Freaky
number 1 is number 2.
Okay.
I think, who's not going to, boom. It's kind of like
Certainly.
That's like she could have tied one arm behind her back.
Oh,
you know what I mean? It's so obvious. Like, we know what she's trying to do with those things.
Which one are you talking about?
We actually look at
number 3. Number 3, I think she's kind of
She's trying to inform and educate.
Well, yeah. But she has an advantage.
Like
She has a couple of advantages. But anyway, so I'm going to go with the other girls who are doing what they can with what they got and showing what they can within legal,
Oh, yeah?
Anyway,
Not legal?
it's all legal.
Okay.
But
Okay.
number 1 is number 2, and number 2 is number 1.
God.
Number 2, and then number 1,
Gotcha.
and then left it.
Yeah. I'd
okay.
like to see her in a different situation.
Watch what Neil's did. Quick and
Alright.
dirty.
Obviously, 3 is number 1. I would have given number 2 too if I could, but I can give number 2 to number 1. Put down on that.
There you go. There you go. All right. Easy. Mario.
Number 3
I'm with Neil the same way, and I think they're all gorgeous, by the way.
Yeah.
But, come on. See, to me, it's just hard.
Yeah.
No, she's just, it's in a picture, too.
Right.
It's an impressive presentation.
Yes.
Healthy and young. And this one is so hot, but I know it's going to cost me.
No, Mario.
I know this is going to cost me.
It doesn't have
I
to
know
cost
it's my intuition says don't touch danger.
Watch this.
Let danger go. Let Don have
Let me
her.
tell you how.
Danger stranger.
No,
I go on Don. That's all you, man. 'Cause
I want you guys to understand. The biggest battle we have on this show is Mario following direction. I keep saying he's the big producer.
I
He's going
have
to the
trouble.
dungeon.
I need an intervention.
You're the producer. You keep thinking, you all right, man?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I keep thinking which one you want to wake up next to.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, which one do you want to wake up?
I'm scared to go to sleep with this one. She got to go home.
Danger.
Maybe you wouldn't want to sleep. It's a
But
possibility.
I'm old. I need sleep.
Huh?
And
Well, then maybe she could put
and
you to
Wheaties.
You know what?
Is her name really Danger, or her mama name her Danger, or was it?
Well, Vic, is that her stripper name or is that another name?
First of all, you guys ought to be ashamed of yourself. Brothers and men have had gladiator names, all kinds of names. Does that mean that's what it reflects in you? If you're the Hammer,
Yeah, that's what it means. That's why they call
what it
me
means.
Brother to the Night. That's my name, Brother to the Night.
Okay.
I met a woman named her name was Crazy.
See?
I said, you really want to tell me that your name, they call you Crazy? Alrighty then. See ya.
That's right. If their Twitter name is I killed the last one,
Right.
I believe them. I believe you did.
Yeah, but it's her last name, so it's not really like something that her mom chose.
Oh,
Other than by marrying her husband, I suppose.
Are we waiting on you, Gwenny? Are you going
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yes. My number 1 is number 3.
Yay! With the brothers, with the brothers. Stay with the men.
And my number 2 is number 2. Because
okay.
she is so different.
Unique look.
She's unique, you
Very
know,
unique.
and she could. I think that's just she said danger. She could have just shaved her head because she wants to be different. I just like her vibe. That she just goes out and she could be saying my body's dangerous, my work
And
is
it's all right,
dangerous.
Mario. You could go to confession on Saturday.
I just know some of them, if you take a closer look, some of them like you need a condom more than others.
Okay, you know what? Let me just
TMI.
see. Too much information.
I know in danger you going.
No. You can see.
Chlamydia is out there. It's the silent killer.
Gwen.
It's the silent.
Is that statement to represent that she may speak Portuguese?
Gwen.
Yes.
There's the reason why the campaign is on to get Mario a woman. Because
They don't want me to have any money.
Yeah.
They want all my savings to go.
They see what I'm saying? Let me chime in for Mac. Mac, I like Mac. Mac only has 1 vote, and then we get out of here. He says it's number 3. I don't need to tell you anything else.
That's the chat room favorite.
So we now know the winner
And I
for
would
the
like
men.
his respect. I enjoy his respect for cars, well-built automobiles as well.
So we now know the Disco Man wins. And number 3, Lillian having a hard time. The room has voted. You're the minority on this one. Number 3, Kirsty.
Everybody.
That's it.
I was the only one that didn't vote for her.
That's
right.
right.
That's right.
Hot picks.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
Hot picks. Man, what a long show because we got carried away.
Yeah.
We don't usually do a 3.5 hour show, but sometimes it's just so good. You just can't eat just one.
Yeah. They
You
love
gotta
it.
just have
And
more.
when it's that good, it is dangerous.
Yeah. I like that.
You guys, our guest today, a wonderful experience. Remember, it's going to be live up there, live stream immediately after this. We've been showing and syndicating live on PhilPerry.tv and PaxTerror.tv, simulcasting today.
We are.
Got to acknowledge our wonderful guest, Phil Perry, everybody. Management, Lillian Tynes Perry. Don Wyatt, keyboardist extraordinary. Nils, guitarist. Excellence, music producer. Gwen Fox, singer, motivational speaker.
Yes, sir.
So talented, our group. And you know, you guys, tune in tomorrow. We'll be talking about today tomorrow. We're going to have the girls in the house tomorrow. Looks like what? Suzette Tomlinson.
Suzette and DeVoe.
DeVoe going to be here. Remember, Conspiracy Wednesday, hot topics, all about citizens being arrested for videotaping the police. Indefinite detention of American citizens. Controversial topics. Be here. Remember, this is Morning Coffee. Hey, it's wonderful. Vic?
It's lunchtime. It's time to go. You went overtime. Overtime. It's done.
As we say so often, when we get out of here, ain't nobody got our DNA, right? We'll see ya!
Peace.
First off, I'm not your regular dude. I bust moves like a young MC. Yeah, sorta, that would be me. Got me thinking about putting down the mic one day. Then I get some more love. Thanks for the love you gotta play. Hey, what can I say? I'm a Leo to the finish, man. I love God, so my faith won't diminish, man. Once I step up to the mic, I speak truth. Hip-hop wasn't designed to exploit the black youth, but somewhere along the lines, we dropped the ball, yeah. I mean, that man in the mirror, yeah, that ball dude. But now I'm back to right the wrongs of my past world. So let me walk this off my list like my name is Earl. Articulate my thoughts clearly like Professor Les. Do you remember Rap City with Deja and Les? I'm looking at the front door, bless the main source. You're full yet, wait till I hit you with the main course. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did. You know I still got it, why you brag about it? I be on solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did. You know I still got it, why you brag about it? I be on solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I'd rather listen to Tribe or shit alone. You like my raps, but really I write songs. I like to do it like this once in a while to show some versatility and make you all smile. It's been a long time coming, I know, I feel it too. The more I take a break, it's like the more I break through. With my time, the space boy funk, I'm on point. You bless this microphone every time I anoint the pen, the pad, I face the bad head on. Escape inside the music, see my diary's a song, it's on. Till I write my next verse, then I go again. Into the studio, I feel I gotta flow again. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. This ain't just music to me, it's like my recipe. To be honest, it's more creative tranquility. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid, you doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. They say they get me, I don't think they ever got me. My name's Kowalski, but they call me Kawasaki. Online I'm funds, but in real life I'm more like Chachi or Cola. I told you, I'm funky like granola. Bars, can't you see that I'm a star? Who pumps his own gas in the cold really fast? I pass on your gold digging stash. I'd rather make my own money, not advance me loan money. No, I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. I was spitting when you was a kid. You doing what I did, you know I still got it. Why you brag about it? I be on the solo, making my money's grow residual. I'm individual, nobody's got my DNA. So there you have it. Nobody's got my DNA. Nobody's got my DNA. Nobody's got my DNA.
This is the Pack Stereo Networks.
Looking to add some fresh input at your meetings? Add Pack